Dreamcasting Gaming Podcast. Today we're back with the full team. Myself, Sean, Terence, and Carl. And today we're going to cover a few different things, mainly around the film and series front. There may be a game or two mentioned, but as I said, mainly shows and mainly certain series that have been that has got our attention recently. But without further ado, we'll go around the round table. Won't spend too much time, and we'll see how everyone's been and what's been going on. And I will start with Carl. Carl, how you been? What's new? What you been doing? Anything you want to share with us?
Not much really. Been watching a few series. Watched House of the Dragon. Watched the new series of The Boys. I watched Gen V as well as meaning to watch all that. So I've watched a few shows. A few new, not many new games. First Descendants probably my newest game that I've been playing. Enjoying that game. I'll touch on that a bit later. Enjoying the heat, but it's getting a bit too much now. It needs to cool down a bit. Right, so yeah, man. But other than that, all good, man.
Okay, good stuff. Terence, how have you been? What's new since we last were here?
Yeah, man. Likewise, not really been playing much, just more been watching some films and some shows. What have I watched recently? Watched Deadpool. Watched a couple series. Parasite the Grey. Watched Those About to Die, which is interesting new show on Amazon, which clearly Game of Thrones has just changed the game in terms of how series are made, because you can tell it's a show that's heavily inspired by Game of Thrones. Oh, and I finally watched The Wire after how many years? I watched seasons 1 to 5, and I don't know, like.
Hold on. Sorry. I'm gonna interrupt.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I just hear the first time?
Yeah.
Not second, not third, but your first time watching The Wire.
Yep.
That's that's reason for celebration, man. I mean, for 2024 to come, and
I'm interested to see if Terence had the same feeling I did about The Wire. What were you gonna say, Terence? Because I
was gonna say I was slightly, the way people speak about The Wire, I was slightly disappointed. If I'm going to be honest, I thought the first
two seasons were the best ones.
Yeah, the first few seasons were really good, and I think it kind of just ran out of steam.
I think it fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
Well, like listen, it
was very samey towards the end.
Can I say, isn't that what happens to most things? Like when you look now past that and you look at Game of Thrones and you look at
not Sopranos, Breaking Bad.
Yes, Sopranos did. Sopranos did. What do you think? Sopranos did. Now and listen. Okay, let me. I haven't. What did you say? I haven't what?
Finished Sopranos.
Listen to this guy. I haven't seen the Sopranos.
I said, yeah,
really, Sean?
The Sopranos.
I watched the Sopranos back in 2019.
No, I said you haven't finished Sopranos. Did you say
finished?
You finished?
No, listen to what I said. Watched. Not watching, watched. Plural, past. Finished it. So I finished The Sopranos in 2019.
You didn't like
That's right.
Soprano.
I listen, put it this way. And not just Tony Soprano. For me, that show was highly overrated for me. I preferred Broadwalk Empire to The Sopranos. And I found it to be a much superior show. The Wire, I think what happens is with The Wire is I think it's a victim of its time, because I watched it while it was still going, and I think if you watch it 20 years after, which is the way it is, I do find a lot of people who say that they've watched The Wire, they don't feel it.
It's a pivot to the focus on a politician rather than the streets. I thought that was just a terrible pivot. I thought that was terrible.
Exactly. I agree with Sean. I think, like I said, the first few seasons started off really strong because it was all about the gangs and the streets and the wiretap, right? That was the whole thing.
That's why it's called The Wire. Yeah.
And then the later seasons, it's just like Sean said, just focusing on
Well,
on the white mare trying to be
yeah. So what it is?
mayor, and
I have a thought on that. Because when I was young, I did feel the same way. The most entertaining part of that was the street level stuff. But what the show did, which I found kind of smartly,
they'll show it goes all the way up. But
if I can finish, if I can finish, not only did it show that it can go all the way up, it went round corners as well. It showed the different areas and the different levels of corruption from right at the top, mid-level, media, newspapers, just doing anything to get the story, people doing what they need to do, the docs. So it was interesting not understanding certain stuff and getting a bit older and understanding shit. You know, that jurisdiction where the bodies died in one place, but because they got to another part of the harbour, it then became the problem of a different precinct. And those sort of things, I wasn't looking at that and paying interest to that. But then I was like, damn, you know what? That is a whole thing. And then you look at Baltimore as itself and you realise the whole show is based on that whole place and how one of the disenfranchised areas the way it is. And you'll see people just leeching and scheming to the top and not having budgets to do certain things. I mean, look at this. Remember, do you remember the thing that they set up called Amsterdam, where they could sell drugs in a free zone? And I think one of the drugs was called the pandemic or something, and it was flipping ironic that that was a drug then, and then we have a pandemic. But it's all, and it has too many touches of genius. But I do agree.
Yeah, but do you know what though? Like, I hear what you're saying, but all of that is like even that season where everyone's going to sell drugs in the free zone, like that stuff, the storyline just fell off a cliff because that just went down to that focus on the cops and that. It's not what
how they call that. It's like it's very intelligent. It's what they call flying too close to the sun. It's not entertaining anymore at that point. You're getting very realistic. It's all about that realism that, there's all these parts of corruption, but it's not entertaining to watch. And that's what I think about it. Like, I think it's not a fun watch at that point. It's just like, okay. Like, because you got the street, you got this new young guy that's making moves, trying to take up the territory of the gangs that have been around long before him. And then they took the focus away from that. This guy was a politician and all that. They was just like,
but
what?
the problem there was the focus that they had there couldn't really stay focused on there because there was no war anymore. The only other person to war at that point was in jail doing a life bid, you could say, and the new guy came in and pretty much, did what he said he was going to do. So there wasn't really what was going on. I mean, we can't forget that they were still committing crimes, but it just wasn't the sort of crime. They were very covert, the bodies were being hidden away. Their whole thing was to stay off the police radar while the police had to try even harder illegally. Because remember this, they started to have illegal wiretaps to try and catch the new person who was there because they got a little bit wiser and learned from the people who were there before. So I do get it, but at the same time, I think that they took a chance and explored some things that things don't really get explored in. Did it work? Who knows? I mean, I don't know, but I do get the point where people are like, it went too different. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, me, Terrence, that you've seen that for the first time. I can't lie, I salute that. That's interesting.
Yeah. Like I said, I have loads of stuff on like my list and stuff, so I'll just try and work through things.
Yeah, no, that's good, man.
The why, to be honest, the why I've been watching for like the past like six months, because obviously I watched all five seasons.
Okay, so you got through it. Yeah,
literally watching it.
Can I ask, have you seen Boardwalk Empire?
I can't lie, I fell off that.
What season did you fall off?
First season. So because there's so much shows, for me, if something doesn't like instantly grab me, I just bounce.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
But Boardwalk Empire, wait, that's the one with the prohibition, right?
Yeah.
Where
it's got the 20s or 30s or something.
Hasn't it got the guy from what's his name? It's got a thing in it. The gay guy. It's got loads of recurring actors. Yeah, it's got wire people in there. Yeah.
Oz people. It's just got the usual HBO guys.
Yeah, I might
like Omar.
Yeah, that's it, Omar. I might go back and give it another go, but yeah, I fell off it. Like I stuck with The Wire. Like it wasn't a bad show, but it's just the way the way people spoke about The Wire, I was expecting something like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
my god,
yeah. I've seen that happen. A lot of people
yeah.
get carried away.
I'm sure we'll talk about the other stuff that I've watched, but yeah, I watched like Deadpool and that. So oh,
We
and
will.
lastly, another show that I kind of forced myself to finish, which I normally don't, but I thought because I binged it as well, was I watched Star Trek Discovery. I watched the
Okay.
entire season 1 to 5. They just released
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. Did you enjoy it?
Thing is, yeah, like I'm not a big Star
Man
Wars
said he
fan,
forced himself to finish it. That doesn't sound
yeah,
good.
yeah. You know when you start putting shows on in the background,
Yeah. Oh wow, you got to that. You got
yeah,
to
just
that
because you
point.
can finish
It's
it,
a
like
background show.
yeah,
Jeez.
you might fall asleep and you're 2 episodes gone, but you can't be bothered to go
Stardate,
back.
Captain's log.
So
That
you
shit
just
used to
watch,
put me to sleep as a kid.
you just watch the
What's that?
recap.
Star Trek.
Captain's log. Yeah, like just hearing
Ooh.
that Stardate, Captain's log. Like that shit used to
Yeah,
put me to sleep.
Listen,
yeah,
I got
but
a story about that actually. So imagine, right? Imagine being sick. So I was sick one time, and I was too sick to grab the remote control. And I heard the theme song for Star Trek come on, and I was like, oh my! I was like, man, I'm sick. How have I got to watch this and hear this? And I was trying to fall asleep, and I couldn't. However, it ended up being a flipping good episode, and that was the first time I was like, huh. So there is something going on with this Star Trek, and I can't remember what the episode was. I don't know if it was to do with clones or something, but I was literally, when you start to get a bit, anxiety starts kicking in when you see something come on the screen, like, I don't need to watch this right now. And the remote was by the telly, and I'm sick in the bed, and I was like, oh.
yeah,
But
I'm sure it's
yeah,
definitely a show. I'm sure it's definitely a show. If you like Star Trek, I'm sure it's a show that people will like. Like I said, I like some of the actors in the show because it
okay.
stars the black girl from Walking Dead. I
Dania,
forgot
what
I forgot her name.
what Michonne?
Nah, it
Not
stars
Michonne.
the black girl who she came into Walking Dead with her brother. Her brother was like a
Oh, I
big
know
black
what
guy.
show you're talking about.
What?
Yeah,
And the dad was Tyrese. Is it that girl?
yeah.
Nah,
No, it's the guy.
No.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
you know him to where, isn't it? Like they
Yeah,
came
yeah,
like season 3 or something. I
yeah,
think.
yeah. The
Okay,
brother,
okay.
her and her brother. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, her and her brother.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I won't. For
Right.
those who ain't watched, I won't say how her fate is, but she left The Walking Dead to do this show.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Yeah. So she stars in it. So that's one of the reasons why I watched it because I'm a fan of hers.
Mm.
But I'm sure like if you're a Star Trek fan, I'm sure you'll get some.
Oh, I think that's that fine ass black woman they've been shining on the ads for Star Trek Discovery. Ah, she's fine.
Oh, you know who I'm talking about
If
now,
it's the one, if it's the one
yeah?
I think you're talking about. Shit, they on
Yeah.
my Twitter feed they were
Yeah,
doing ads for it.
she's the only black woman in the
Yeah,
show.
and they kept saying that, and I was like, damn, look at her.
Yeah. So yeah, but like I said, I'm not a Star Trek fan or a Star Wars fan. So when I watch these shows, like I'm sure the fans watching go, oh my gosh, that I just watch it and go, okay, yeah, that was cool. But yeah, I don't know nothing about Star Trek, so I'm not even gonna pretend to be like, yes, the SS
Fair dues.
Discovery and Spock and whoever. But yeah, it was decent, man. But yeah, that's it, man. And games. I've just been playing one game which is huge. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, man. That game is bloated.
Oh wow.
It's bloated as hell, isn't it?
Oh my
I've done
god.
like 65 hours, and it's still the story's still not over.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
just like, what the hell is
Jeez.
going on?
Yeah, I'm on like, and because I'm playing it now, like everything's cheap in it. So I just picked up the you can pick up the gold edition that will just give you every piece of DLC. I'm just like, no, like the game is huge. It's bloated. It's got RPG mechanics that make no sense whatsoever. Like the stat bus make no sense. Like it's got like a skill tree, and like you're putting things in the skill tree, like 1.4 damage, but it means nothing. Like it's just a very bloated game. And I was thinking to myself, why are people down on Valhalla? Because it seems good, but after playing it, it's definitely. I haven't finished it.
Wow.
Like I'm like short, and I'm like 60 hours in. Like and it's still going. Like it doesn't even seem like it's even near finished.
Yeah,
And
it's because they keep doing roundabout nonsense with the story. I'm like,
yeah,
man,
and
you go to one high
already
point and then you're back to some next side
exactly.
story crap.
Like I'll pull it out of all the what is it? It's Odyssey, Origins and Valhalla. Valhalla is definitely the worst out of all three.
Damn.
Yeah, I'd put it third just because of the bloatiness. They should have just made it shorter, a bit tighter. It would have been a better bet.
What was
You
it?
know,
Was that the last one? What was the last one? Was
Yeah,
it Valhalla
The
or
Viking.
No,
Valhalla
no,
was the last? No, there was another one. Odyssey.
Oh no, you talk about Mirage. Is
Mirage.
it
Mirage is the last one.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
jeez, I
And
forgot
no
about
one
that
talks about that game. It's like it doesn't
Yeah.
exist, mate.
Because
Jeez,
Mirage
I
is
don't
meant to
hear
be like
no
forgot
a
one
about that.
talking about that game.
Mirage is like a
Hmm.
little spin-off, isn't it? It was meant to be DLC for Valhalla, but they made it into like a little
Ah,
expansion.
okay, okay.
Was
So
Mirage
it's not
the Roman one? Is it Roman?
No. It's
Mirage
back to like
I think it went back to the
the
original.
Middle
I think.
East. They're back to Middle
Yeah.
East.
So
Yeah.
there was an Egyptian one. No, I remember I was playing the Egyptian
You're
one.
thinking
but
Origins.
Origins.
That's Origins.
That's
Origins. Yeah, I played
Yeah.
I played loads of that, and the one set in London. But yeah, well,
Yeah. Mirage, the character in Mirage is actually a character in Valhalla.
From Valhalla, yeah.
Bastin.
That's him.
But yeah, man. So just been playing a bit of Helldivers, enjoying that as well. So it's an interesting game from Sony, but I know they've got Concord coming out, but I think that's gonna flop.
That game is gonna flop
That's
hard,
gonna
mate.
flop
Yeah,
so
that's
hard.
not looking too good, is it?
That
bad.
is that they
The
do
full
not have another Helldivers.
DEI game. The DEI.
I played
Oh.
the beta. Like it's just basically obviously I'm not really versed in these
Well, then-
online games, but it's like an Overwatch, but it seems like a poor man's Overwatch.
Listen,
Mhm.
they got a robot that has they and them pronouns. A robot, mind you.
Yeah, for me, like I said, I played it. It seemed like because I played the Overwatch, isn't it? Just for me, it just seemed like an Overwatch clone and not a very good one. There's people that are swearing by the game, but I think a lot of that's just to do with the fact that it's a Sony game. But I played the beta and I was like, yeah, this ain't it.
Beta numbers were like imagine an open beta on PC only saw 2,000 players. An open beta. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
didn't they say Marvel Rivals was on at the same time and had like triple and that was a closed beta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad.
So you couldn't even play that one.
That's bad, man. That's bad when people are just not interested. Like Sony needs to really rethink about these live service games.
And the thing is,
So
the thing is,
10 live service games.
they bought that studio for this game. So that's what makes it even worse.
Ooh,
Firewalk,
money
whatever
down
they
the
call it.
drain.
Yeah. So don't be surprised if they close. Yeah, that's it for me.
Fair dues. Okay, so Sean, how have you been since we last were here?
Yeah, I've been good. Like some of these guys have said, I've watched some TV shows, House of the Dragon, The Boys. I've started some new show called Kin. And on the game front, I've been playing Once Human. I've done a lot of hours on that. That game continues to like just surprise me with all the content that it actually has, and the fact it's a free game is just crazy because I've just not had to spend any money, and it's just like this is for what you get it's a lot. So I'm like really good with that. I've also been sucked into the beta of the new World of Warcraft expansion. Like they've just done so many changes there. Been having a lot of fun with that, and you know that launches next week, as well as another game I was looking forward to, Black Myth Wukong. So I'm at a place where it's like Black Myth Wukong's coming out on the 20th of August, 2 days before the launch of the expansion. So I'm like, do I buy Black Myth Wukong, play for 2 days, then switch to the expansion, or do I hold off? I'm really like stuck between what I'm gonna do with next week because it's just game overload really. But it's it's a good place. It's a first world problem to have. But yeah, it's next week is going to be a good one. But yeah, man, I've been having fun, to be fair. And yeah,
That's good.
I
That's
think
good. That's good.
Get on. What about yourself?
Okay. So, well, myself, I too have watched quite a few films since we last were here, and also have I watched a few shows? I've watched House of the Dragon for sure. I watched a show called Them, but I think I've done that the last time, season 2. For now, I'm not sure if there's any other shows I've watched. I've been watching again some films, some old films as well. So I rewatched Jackie Brown recently. I've been doing a marathon for Aliens, as I'm going to watch Alien Romulus this upcoming weekend, which I've been waiting patiently for. So right now, I think I'm at Alien 3, and that leaves me with Alien Resurrection, Prometheus, Covenant to get through before Saturday. And game-wise, I've been playing a mobile game called...
mobile game?
Yeah. I've been playing a mobile game.
Oh.
And it's called...
Candy Crush.
Nah.
It's gotta be a
So no. Listen to this. The funny thing is, I've been playing this franchise probably for the best part of 10 years, maybe even slightly over, maybe slightly less. I'm not sure. But it's called Frontiers, and it's a tower defense game. Really, really, really damn good. And I was chilling the other day and had a new one come out called Frontiers Vengeance, where you now play the villains of the story. Very creative, very good art style. I say again, it's called Frontiers. Very, very, very good tower defense game. So I've been playing that a bit lately. I've just installed Space Marine, the first one. So I hope to play that in the anticipation that I may entertain the second one. So yeah, other than that, gaming front, you could say it's been a quiet bit. And that is us going around the roundtable. So now we can move on to the meat and bones of the show. And we will keep things random unless things lead us into certain things. But I would like to start with a trailer that came out a few weeks ago. And it was a trailer for a film called Gladiator 2. Starring Denzel Washington and Pedro Pascal, and I believe a few other names. The reason I bring up this trailer is because, number one, Gladiator came out, I believe, well over 2 decades ago. A classic, great film, great cinema, good story, good acting, a one and done type of film. And then this one comes out of nowhere. And as I said, I got my thoughts on how I felt with that trailer. I did see some people quite excited for it. I couldn't really get my head around where the excitement was coming from. But I have a feeling it has something to do with the fact that Denzel Washington's in this trailer. Now, I don't know, has everyone in here seen the trailer for this film?
Yeah, I mean, it came on when I went to watch Deadpool and thingy, so I saw it.
Oh, okay, so you saw it then, right? Yeah. So I'd seen it before that. Did you? I mean, I'm gonna say this. I had heard the rumors of the show coming. Obviously, the trailer comes. I see Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is a great actor, but I just couldn't shake off. I suddenly got this whole. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was. What was it? Was it?
It's nostalgia.
New York.
One hell of a drug.
No. It was like, was he Training Day? Was he Robert McCall in what's the show there? The one he's done 3 of at the minute. You know what? He just looked and sounded so out of place.
He looked like Hughes from you know when he was in Book of Eli. That's what he looked like.
Yeah, and then
he's got the grey hair and shit, like
yeah, I was just like, oh no, what's going on there? And then he was doing some little like just the way his whole tone and delivery was. Like, hold on, why is it sounding like New York's up in Rome and that, like in the Roman days? And then listen, to break it completely for me, I then heard a Jay-Z song.
What?
And I was like, wait, yeah, I heard a Jay-Z song in the trailer. I'm like, why do you not do this? It was in the trailer, man.
Yeah, man. Wow. Jay-Z.
Everyone was cussing it.
I was like, what is wrong with these guys? I said, hold on. This is where you just really, really have no clue at this point. We're watching a Roman-inspired sequel to a show that had an original soundtrack I may add. That was a pretty damn good soundtrack. I think everybody remembers those songs. They may not remember the names, but if they hear the songs, they know what film it came from. I'm hearing
Yeah, they're iconic.
Yeah, really iconic. Jay-Z.
Iconic song.
So I was just like, whatever. I just like, whatever. I had to speak my piece on that. And I'll say this as well. Yeah, that's right. It's Hans Zimmer, and we all know what Hans Zimmer's on. But I'll say this as well. Years ago, when that film came out, there was meant to be a sequel. And if you go and look up what the sequel is going to be, it really, really could have been something amazing. Now, we know, I was about to call him in your 90s, but that's from 300, isn't it? He's not in your 90s.
Leonidas.
On Leonidas. I've forgotten the guy's name. I'll just call him Russell Crowe anyway. So Russell Crowe's character.
Maximus.
His name's
Maximus. How the hell
Aurelius.
Maximus Decimus when he had his monologue?
Yeah, I remember because everyone
He's
goes.
the father of a murdered son, husband to a
husband
murdered
to a
wife.
murdered wife. Now check this.
And he's
Listen to where the sequel. Listen to one of the scripts of the sequel. He was originally, as we know, dead, and he was meant to continue his vengeance in hell.
Yeah.
He was supposed to go and fight the demons of hell and all the other people down there. And I was like, oh my
Dante's
gosh.
Inferno
Yeah.
shit,
Can you imagine? I said, what? And they didn't go with that. They went with this 20-something years later. So
Even God of War, actually, that's what the original.
Yeah, it was moving down into that line, and they just shut it down. They were like, nah, we're not doing that. I saw that and thought that could have been something special.
Yeah,
but they didn't go for that. So that was that. Anybody want to add anything to that trailer? Or any thoughts that may, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no interest and I'm not watching it.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it's not appealing at all.
I think they're trying to cash in on nostalgia. Nostalgia seems to be a thing that they're always trying to sell.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a new hot drug that they're always trying to push. Remaking everything, remakes, and then sequels to films that haven't been seen in 20 years. You know, Coming to America 2, Beetlejuice, everything like.
Oh yeah, I saw the poster for that. Beetlejuice.
Yeah, man,
they're doing another Goonies. So Goonies is coming.
Goonies, Gremlins.
It's ridiculous.
Doing all of
I saw they got another Tron, isn't it? I saw that.
Yeah.
Jesus
Although with
Christ.
Tron, I think Tron's had some sequels within the original. Like, was it only one? Are you sure it's been one?
Yeah,
okay.
Legacy.
Was that the one that had the did Daft Punk do the music for that one? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It was pretty strong.
Done one.
That's quite a good film, man. I like that film.
No. Tron was ahead of itself, man.
That was good.
That was a very strong film. I don't know with that one. They might be able to do something with that one, but I'm not sure. They might be able to. But we'll see.
The problem, like I said, the problem with Gladiator is like you guys have said, is like they're just trying to. How do South Park put it? Member berries. Like it's like they use member berries on people when it comes to like nostalgia. But and the only reason why they do things like use Jay-Z and stuff is because they're trying to target a new audience, isn't it? They're trying to target a Gen Z audience that go on TikTok and
Yep. You're right.
That's the reason why. Yeah. That's the reason why they use those songs.
So that's what that is.
Yeah,
because those are the kind of songs that I guess you see in those reels and those kind of
because Deadpool made Madonna and NSYNC songs go to the top of the charts.
Exactly. Well, I mean, Deadpool. I think it's not.
Oh shoot! Yeah. Hey, listen. Yeah, I've heard about that. Wasn't it NSYNC and Madonna?
Yeah,
right?
bye. Yeah,
NSYNC and Madonna. That's just gone through the roof.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Bye.
Yep, gone through the roof.
That was funny. He dancing to that was hilarious. That was actually funny. I was actually cracking out. I was like, he is so silly with that.
So now you see why Gladiator, because they're trying to. Everyone's trying
to
you're
right.
That.
I didn't. What point?
I think what would be interesting is what's interesting is like it's the same director as the first one. And I thought,
I know.
Gladiator 2, I thought it was a completely new director because I was thinking,
it's Ridley Scott, isn't it? Ridley Scott, right?
Yeah, I was like, what? How is Ridley Scott letting this?
He's thinking, Bob, he's looking at that money. That's what he's looking at. It's a payday.
Paycheck, isn't it?
It's a fat payday for him. That's why.
So you know what? I think sometimes I think that's a simple answer because these man, they got money, but something just tells me there's something more to their decisions that they make because when you're a super, that's like saying
You
Spielberg's
think
coming
so?
to make
After
another
seeing that
Jurassic
trailer
Park.
with Jay-Z playing, you think that there's
No, because
another
listen, let me say
reason
this.
for him
So
doing
this
that?
is my point. This is my point. So it can't just be simplified to just, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a check. Because these guys will get checks regardless. It's like, why would you could attach Ridley Scott's name to almost any film and you're almost guaranteed interest. So it's not like, okay, you know what, people were begging and asking for Gladiator 2. Like that was, and the fact that Russell Crowe's not there, it's like, huh? And then
Russell
okay,
Crowe can't be there.
exactly. So no, listen.
Can't be there.
No. The only way he could be there, and trust me, he had a twin brother. It's a prequel, some crap, but he's not got nothing to do with it. And I don't know, but whatever.
No, it's probably because he took on the challenge, and it's like, you know what, this is a massive payday for me, but also, I'll challenge myself to doing a sequel to one of the most illustrious films I've ever done. Why wouldn't he take on the challenge? Like any creative will try to best their old work, even when they can't, they'll still try and best it.
And also with Hollywood, you got to remember, like, it's like with everything now. It's a money game, innit? So I can't remember a Ridley Scott film that's done really well. Like in recent times. I think he's looking at it like the studio's looking at it like, this is Gladiator. Everyone knows it. This could be, look at Top Gun Maverick. This could be your Top Gun Maverick. Like there's so much of that. He's probably thinking, I can.
Another good point. Another good point.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because Ridley Scott ain't had a hit in a while. Wasn't he? Did he do one of the aliens? Or am I making that
He did Prometheus, yeah. But that was 2012, man.
Exactly.
And he had involvement in a Covenant, but I don't know. I don't know how that worked out.
Yeah, I don't think he directed. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think.
Yeah.
Even Prometheus was really good, but it still wasn't a hit.
No, it wasn't a hit.
It wasn't a hit.
That's what I'm saying. Payday.
Yeah, he makes good movies because he did Blade Runner. Or am I making
that? Did he do which one?
Blade Runner.
Yeah, and he did. I'll tell you what he did do. House of Gucci. Now I didn't watch that. I know that. I know that was that got a lot of people talking.
But there you go.
And that was last year or the year before, I think.
See, and that wasn't a massive hit either. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the guy hasn't had, like, when you put him up against.
Like, he hasn't.
Your Steven Spielberg. I'm talking. Not saying he doesn't make good films, because he does make good films, but sometimes that these guys just want a box office hit.
Yeah, they need a smash hit, innit? And you're right. This whole, what's happening is, and you even see, which we'll dial right into Deadpool here. In that the nostalgia thing, even me, I'm guilty of nostalgia. It's very, very, very powerful. And I couldn't always get my hands on exactly how did they get you, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, if you have your own experience. But what I find with nostalgia is it takes you to a very, almost like a happy, peaceful memory that you can't seem to get anymore. And that's what I think a lot of these films or music or whatever it does do. You like remember it, you're like, oh man, I remember them days. It was cool, but no problems, blah, 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 whatever it may be. And it works because I think a lot of people be trying to get that back in some way or another. And if you can get it back for just a piece, it sells. And I mean, the amount of sequels is just insane. And sequels of films that are long gone in recent times, just long gone. There's a Beetlejuice 2, I can't tell you. I can't tell you that.
There's a worse one, and like no one's talking about it.
God, what's worse than that?
The Crow.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I heard about that.
They remade The Crow. Like, what the hell?
That's gonna.
Yeah, I saw that and thought, what? But it's got what's his name in it, which might leverage some kind of interest. Scott, I can't pronounce his name now, but Pennywise is in that. I don't know. I just like, what are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't.
And we were talking about like film stars, actors, or directors doing films just to get a big hit. And like, I was reading something the other day. Do you know Will Smith's biggest ever film? Like his most.
Tell me, is the last Bad Boys?
Independence Day? Isn't it not Independence?
Nope.
Not anymore.
It's Suicide Squad. That's Will Smith's biggest box office.
How?
It's Suicide Squad.
But did Suicide Squad? I thought Suicide Squad didn't do well.
How
successful was that? I thought he didn't do well.
What
I
do you mean?
swear that film
It
flopped.
it did. Suicide Squad did over. It did over.
It
Yeah,
might have done well actually.
779
Yeah, okay,
million.
it did well.
Yeah,
Raw.
but he's had
Didn't know
films that
that.
have done billions. I'm pretty sure Independence Day did a
He's not.
billion.
Nope.
Nah, no, Sean.
Nope.
It did well at
Oh,
that
was
time.
it?
Them films were making a
I
billion
thought
in
it
them
was
days.
that Wild Wild West. I think Wild Wild West.
No, that was a flop, man. Wild Wild
Nah,
West was a
Was
terrible.
it a flop?
Yeah, it was
Flop.
I thought it was
terrible.
big.
I would have thought Men in Black would have
Oh,
stood a
Men in
chance.
Black. Men in Black.
Yeah,
was
but then
better.
if you look at
Yeah.
it, films then
Yeah,
weren't
Men in Black
really
made
making.
500 million.
Right, yeah.
So
That's what I was thinking.
It's off a cheaper budget. That's what I'm trying to say. His
Yeah.
biggest
No,
box
was
office
it I Am Legend?
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend weren't that big, man. It weren't that
No,
big.
Iron Legend
Weren't
was
big
not that
guys.
big.
No.
It was one of those
Right
because
now,
remember
Iron
remember.
Legend 585 million. I'm telling you, man. Like
Yeah, no.
Suicide
I
Suicide
can't
Squad
believe
and
that.
Independence Day are his
Hancock
biggest
did
films.
629 million.
Yeah, Hancock.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mm.
But remember, Suicide Squad did 700. I think maybe because Independence Day came back into the cinema recently, so I think it might be on.
Yeah,
about
Independence
800
at
million.
800.
Have
Yeah,
you noticed?
it's
Have you
on
noticed that they
800
started to
million,
do that? They started to do that as well. I think Spider-Man, all the Spider-Mans are coming out now, week by week.
Yeah.
From the
Week
first
by
one,
week, yeah.
up to Tom Holland, from Tobey Maguire up to Tom Holland.
Yeah, because I know Independence Day, like Suicide Squad is his biggest film, and then they put Independence Day back in the cinema for some anniversary thing, and I think it crept back over 800
Yeah.
million. So Independence Day is his biggest film, but after Independence Day, it was Suicide Squad for a very long
Yeah,
time.
that's
And you're
mad.
talking about an actor who has made
He's made
good films.
countless films in it. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is why you see certain actors or certain directors do certain roles, because
Mm.
everyone wants that hit, like in the box office.
Yeah, definitely.
Otherwise, your film's going to Netflix.
So, with the power of nostalgia, we're going to take ourselves right into a big one here. And I think we're going to have decisive. Whoa, back up. Hold on. Not Terrence. Carl, have you seen Wolverine Deadpool?
No, I haven't. That's the thing.
Ouch. Okay, so, we
limited
might have
combo.
to. Yeah, I mean.
No, it means limited. This is limited time.
I guess so.
No
It's going to be hard.
spoilers.
Wait. Do you know anything about it? Wait. Did you know anything about it?
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I want to ask. Has it been spoiled for you?
Yeah. People told me about it.
Ah, fair enough.
So
Fair
basically,
enough.
you know about the cameos.
Yeah, so you know about the cameos.
Yeah, man. I know about it.
All right, fair enough.
Because after 2 days, you could not get away from that, man.
Yeah,
You can't get away from it, man. It just came. That's why I haven't really bothered.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
see nothing. I went there and I had no idea. It was a good surprise.
Yeah.
No, when did you see the film? Like straight away, or did you take a while?
I watched it. When did I watch it?
Was it within a week?
Sunday. Was that Sunday just gone? No, the Sunday before. So Sunday before.
Yeah, see, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's close.
Yeah, the last few weeks, everyone, it's just been everywhere. Like they're showing all the characters, everything, like it's nothing.
Okay, so we go into Deadpool. Okay, so let's go around on this one. I know me and Terrence already discussed how we felt with it, but Sean, Deadpool, how did you find it? Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun? Did it live up to expectations for you?
So for me, it's like, obviously I don't think it's better than the first two, because I think that with this one the story's just sort of all over the place, and I think they lean too heavily into the multiverse stuff. And the good thing is that Ryan Reynolds addresses it even in the film. He says that Disney just keeps on taking L after L with this multiverse stuff. Like they keep pushing this multiverse stuff, and it's just L after L. They need to drop it. And he's saying that while his film's got a lot of that multiverse stuff in it. But he's right. It's like if they lean on it too much, and they're doing it in all their films, and it's played out. It's so played out. So that stuff I weren't really enjoying of it. That's why it was like all over the place for me. But obviously Ryan Reynolds funny. Like it's seeing this Wolverine that's pretty much like a Logan because he's dark and he just doesn't give a damn. So I'm glad that we sort of had that sort of like the Logan type Wolverine instead of some happy boy Wolverine. So it's like it was good to see that, and like there was a lot of violence and gore with it. And obviously they got the jokes like like you talk about that NSYNC bit, him doing bye bye. Like there's some funny stuff like I was like laughing at some of it. I do think they leaned in lot with the gay jokes. I was thinking that this is like before they would like, yeah, Deadpool will make a few jokes, gay jokes, but now they're like full on like, yeah, he's gay, but yet he's got a girlfriend that he loves. It's just not making sense. They're doing a lot with him. Like they were doing a lot with, oh yeah, Deadpool's gay, he likes gay sex and doing all this, but he's got a girlfriend that he loves. And the first two films, like, you know,
Yeah,
kept
but she
on.
don't want him by the
He
looks
was
of it.
always a
She don't
thing.
seem to want him. She don't want him.
No, but he was still fighting. Everything he was doing was for her. Like, do you not remember? That was the whole thing. He was trying to be a better man for her, and that's how the film ended as well. It's all for her. She finally accepted him. So, and that's why it wasn't making sense why they were pushing. Oh, he's gay, because it's like no, the first two films of Tony's all about his missus. Like, what are you doing here? So that stuff
You
I
think
thought
they're
was just
doing
really
his gay,
weird.
or just trying to just do stupid jokes to emphasize?
Like, yeah, because there was that, but there was also a lot of, you know, like, because obviously, like, think about these guys shot outside his party, and he's like, yeah, he's thinking that, oh yeah, the hired strippers. And he's like, all right, we're gonna do this. You're gonna do
Oh
this to me.
yeah, at the beginning,
Yeah,
yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I was like, he normally jokes, but that was like they were taking it too serious. There, I was like, what? Like, he's like, this is like a little way over the top. This is not his normal sort of like little joke.
Yeah, because I haven't seen the new one, but I think from the last one they was doing them gay jokes in those ones a lot.
Yeah, but he does it lightheartedly. This one they were leaning into it quite a lot.
Are they proper
So I
going
was like,
full into the
yeah, they were leaning into it quite a bit, man. I was like, all right. But you know, it was still funny. You know, I still enjoyed my time with the film. Like, you know, like I'm still excited to watch another Deadpool movie, and the fact that it's going to do 1 billion, we know we're getting another one. Whether we get Wolverine again, I don't know, but with that much money they've made, they probably will pay that guy to be back. So Wolverine
Oh, we're definitely
probably
getting
will be.
another Wolverine.
You reckon
Yeah.
he'll be there again? Yeah, because I'm like, with how much money they've made, he's
Especially
not
with how
going
it
to turn
ended
down
as
that
well.
money. Yeah, because you know he says, "Oh no, I'm not doing this again." He's like, he goes, "Oh what? Are we going to team up again?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm not doing that." And I was just like, "Yeah, but money's going to make you do it. That money will make you do it again." So yeah, we'll see. You know, like we'll see what they do. But you know, I've seen some disappointments. You know, I can't say that Deadpool was a disappointment. I still enjoyed it. So it was still good enough, even though the story was all over the place. Like I think Guardians 3 was much better.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
you said
agree.
the story. You said the story was all over the place. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what did you enjoy? You didn't like
Oh,
the
it's
gay
the
jokes.
jokes and the fights. The jokes and then obviously the surprise cameo that I did not see coming. Like that completely shocked me because obviously we've been hearing about and obviously you guys all know the surprise. I think Carl, you already know, right?
Yeah, Blade. You know.
Yeah. So obviously knowing that, like, you know, they've been having that whole thing with Blade being the riot, like everything, that
Yeah, because he's been
that
cussing them.
film or so.
Yeah,
Who?
he's been cussing. He's Snipes.
Who's been cussing?
Where's his
Wesley
knife?
Snipes. He's been cussing them, man.
He's been cussing. What? Cussing the old production that were trying to do the people that are
No,
trying
the
to do the
new
new
stuff.
Blade.
Saying that, yeah, the because you know they keep delaying the new one.
Yeah, yeah.
He's been online cussing it, going, oh, there can only be one Blade.
Yeah, and I was shocked when he appeared because I did not see nothing coming up to that. So when I saw him, I was like, wow, like they actually brought back Wesley Snipes for Blade. It was good to see him. Obviously, I was really surprised how skinny he was. Like I've not seen him that skinny before. So that was surprising because, you know, Sylvester Stallone is older than Wesley Snipes, and he's Sylvester Stallone is still wamp. You know what I'm saying? So I was really surprised to see
Yeah,
Wesley
but
Snipes so
Sylvester Stallone's on
skinny.
juice, man.
That's what I was
Been a
about
man
to say.
for
He's
years,
juiced
so
up,
he
man.
don't look like that.
He's
I
You know what I
juiced
mean?
up.
He's so
juiced up,
synthetic.
boy.
He's completely
Yeah.
synthetic. His face is synthetic.
Yeah, man. You
He
can
looks
see
unhealthy.
bare
He is.
work done on
His
that.
face looks
You know
bare
what I mean?
plastic.
Just
It
like,
does. It
damn.
does.
It's just
Does.
super plastic, man.
And then you know what? And what I was surprised about is they actually had some scenes in Blade fighting. I wasn't expecting them to actually do that. And he was actually doing his fighting. Like, you know, he was going in. So I was like, all right, they
Wesley
actually.
Snipes is a trained martial artist, so that's
Yeah,
why he was
yeah,
so
I know he's a
good.
Absolutely.
legend, man.
Absolutely.
He's an absolute legend.
Yeah.
That's why I've always, it's hard to imagine anyone else being Blade. It's very hard. And I know they got that like Marshawn Ali to be like, he's the guy who's supposed to be Blade. And I like him as an actor, but I was like, you're not Blade. Like, you're not Blade, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, and from the sounds of it, it's like it's not going anywhere. And I know one developer's making the Blade game, so there's a lot of investment
the Blade
for
game.
Blade. Yeah, remember that they announced a Blade is being made.
There is, yeah.
I can't remember what dev is doing it, but Blade is
The guys that did Dishonored, got their name.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So yeah, so it's like there's a lot of investment into Blade. They can't seem to get this remake going because it just seems like it's always restarting. Yeah, Arcane. Because oh yeah, that's it. Because I was thinking they're doing Wonder Woman, but no, they're not doing Wonder Woman. The guys in Shadow Mordor are doing Wonder Woman. So yeah. So there's all these like superhero games on the way in the future, but yeah, there seems to be some sort of interest in Blade, and I don't know where that's coming from, because Blade itself, like the fight style of Blade, is very similar to Devil May Cry. So I don't know what Blade's going to offer in that regards, because the combat is very Devil May Cry, sword, gun. You know, I don't really know what they're going to offer in terms of a new gameplay experience. But yeah, back to Deadpool. Yeah, I thought it was a good enough movie. Like, it definitely wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
What would you rate?
Level.
What would you rate it out of 10?
For me, it's like it's hovering on a 6.5 to 7 type of thing, somewhere between that.
Okay, well, Sean, you finished there?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, for me, I thought the film was mid. By mid.
What is a mid score?
Yeah,
mid score for me.
What's your score?
Originally I was thinking a 7, but now I'm sitting around the 6 area. maybe 6.5 on a good day. And some of the stuff that save it again is like the Seeing Blade. But what triggered me more with Seeing Blade was the fact that I remember the whole deal with Blade Trinity and Wesley Snipes just not getting along with Ryan Reynolds and the other actors in the show. To see, one thing I like is when people can look past certain things and see a bigger picture. That does put a smile on my face. And when I saw, I was like, my gosh, these guys, they saw whatever differences they had and put that aside to make this happen. So I did really like that.
Wesley Snipes just needed some money, man. That guy ain't got
well, yeah, but listen, you know what? Nothing.
Money, jail time for tax evasion.
Exactly.
You know,
money is
humbling himself.
Yeah, money does make the world go round.
I heard he used to cause trouble on the set.
Yeah, no, he was boy. Listen, he was really treating them like trash.
He was saying, "Don't call me Blade." And everybody had to call him Blade. And then there was one scene, he's supposed to be sleeping, and he opens his eyes, and he refused to open his eyes, so they had to CGI him opening his eyes, bro. That's how, like, he was causing trouble.
Yeah, he was apparently causing all kind of problems. Snipes, man. But yeah, so anyway, I thought some of the scenes. I think the film was too long as well. I started to feel like, man, when is it gonna finish? And that's always a bad sign when I feel like, when's the film gonna finish? The multiverse stuff, they didn't go anywhere where they could have gone with that. I mean, because when I saw the initial trailers and I saw him looking at the screens, I said, oh my gosh, he's gonna maybe come in contact with this one and come in contact with that one. But it was all mainly past people. It wasn't current people. And I was like, huh. So everyone you come into contact with people who are not relevant anymore. There's like non-relevant people. Right, exactly. So I was like, hold on, everyone you're coming across is irrelevant. Like they either haven't been on screen in 2 decades.
Yeah, but I think there's a reason for that, isn't it? And I think
I can accept that there may be a reason for that, but at this point, I would have thought if you're putting him as someone who's going to be in charge of rectifying this whole multiverse situation.
Marvel Jesus.
You know what I mean? They may as well have said it should have been called Back to the Future, because that's what it felt like. It felt like he went back in time. Everyone, old crusty Sabretooth,
that's what I'm saying. There's a reason for
Human Torch. I'm like, man, why am I seeing Elektra? Like, Well, I saw that and said, okay, look, I get what
Yeah,
you're
they
going on
even
here,
talked. I was
but
like,
you know what I
why?
mean? I said, okay, so hold on, where you couldn't see, you couldn't find some other X-Men or so. I couldn't see Storm, couldn't see Magneto, I couldn't see nothing like that. He's an X-Man, isn't he? So I didn't. That really got to me. I saw Gambit there, and a lot of people had
Yeah,
problems
this
with
weird
Gambit,
ass Gambit.
but listen,
That was weird.
did you see the way he was speaking? I do feel that was part of the comedy. I did find that funny because there was a lot I wasn't finding too funny. I could see that there was like the cinema was going crazy at certain points for stuff that I was like, yeah, is it that funny though? Like, wait, what was it? Willie jokes? I can't remember, some kind of jokes. I was like, that ain't even funny now. I think he slapped his own bottom or something, and everyone was like, I was like,
no, there was a thing that was funny though, like when he was first getting dressed and they kept on slapping his mum, and he comes out and goes, "Yeah, your tailor's a predator." I was like, "Oh shit!" That's such a big topic these days.
Yeah,
Your
it is.
tailor's a predator, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like
Yep.
funny. I was like, yeah, that's actually jokes. Because they were talking about man is a predator.
I did like Cassandra. I thought they could have done a bit more of her, but I did like her. She's a top notch villain.
For me, she was like one of the best characters in the film.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. Like she's Cassandra, Professor X's sister.
Oh, yeah. She was good.
She's a top notch villain.
She was good. That putting her hands in people's heads was just crazy. Like, it's all through your brain and all this. I was like, yeah, that was really good.
I don't know what they were doing with that Juggernaut guy. Human Torch was kind of like, okay. It was funny when they did Human Torch and you see him. Obviously, we're so used to now knowing him as Captain America. But then the fact that he was Human Torch, was like, yeah, that was funny.
He was like, yeah, it's Captain. He thought it was Captain as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh my gosh. I said, okay. So that was funny. But all in all, I was like, it definitely wasn't what I had envisioned it to be. So it sits.
I wanted it to be more grounded, like the first two. Where they were just like.
The thing is, I accepted the fact when a man running around calling himself Marvel Jesus, I know he ain't gonna be grounded. But I didn't think for a moment that if you're going into the multiverse, not back in time, but multiverse,
current dudes.
I really thought that we were gonna see some of the other dudes. I really thought, okay, he's gonna touch base with pretty much what we've seen for the last 10 years from Marvel.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna be touching in those areas.
The Spider-Man. I thought he was gonna touch all of these people.
And I was
thinking,
it was the
Avengers, all of that. He's
gonna make his presence known to them. That's what I thought. But no, it was just Wolverine. And yeah, whatever. And they had some fight scenes. And
that thing was funny though. That Henry Cavill Wolverine. I did not.
That was a very good scene.
That caught me off guard.
I don't know, Terrence. You're someone who usually gets caught up on stuff like that. Did you hear that he was complaining about his reduced time?
On what?
On screen he was supposed to have something like 4 minutes or something on screen.
I feel like Henry Cavill just gets weighed down.
Yeah, he does, isn't it? That's how I feel. I feel like, why does he get treated like that? They just always treated him like. But I tell you something, he looked good.
Did you hear his Space Marine film is cancelled?
Yeah, there's problems there as well. Yeah,
I just feel like
unlucky guy, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna say he's unlucky. What I'm gonna say is this: he clearly just not a yes man. That's what you're seeing, and the consequence of not being a yes guy.
He showed that with Witcher. It's like, no, I'm not doing this.
I'm not a yes man. Exactly, I'm not a yes man. So whatever, I'm not doing that. And that's what I feel.
Disrespecting the book. You're laughing at the book.
Yeah,
you lot no hit books. He's like, you are laughing at the author's mind.
You get me? Remember when he said, "Hey, listen, you want me to just take off my top for no reason?" I said, "Nah, I ain't doing that." And they're like, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing it." Where does this make sense? Where does this make sense in this scene? It's like, where does this make sense? Don't make no sense.
You're leaning on sex themes.
Yeah, just no. Where's the action? And I was like, look at this guy. He's telling them, and they don't want to hear. Look at that show now. Look at that show now. It's dead. Dead.
They announced it's last season, isn't it?
Yeah, done.
It's done.
Has
the new guy,
whatever,
Chris Hemsworth's brother or whatever. I don't even know. I don't even know if it's
not even out yet.
I don't think so. But it's done. It's done. Because they killed the show like this.
They don't even care.
No, nobody cares at this point. Because
no one cares, man.
It's a wrap. And they did it to themselves. And that's how they are. So, but with him, he's like, whatever. He gets good enough roles. He's a very, very, very memorable Superman. And he's respected by the people that spend money on these things. And that goes a long way. So there's always interest in what he does and when he does it. You know, and that just be that. But I thought that montage there with the different Wolverines, for people who knew, even if you didn't know, it inspired people to like find out, wait, what Wolverine this and what Wolverine is that? And I like that they threw Age of Apocalypse Wolverine in there, Patch. What's the other one? There was another one. It just happened in such a sequence. I was like, oh my gosh, man, this guy's really going for every single Wolverine here.
Like, I don't know the names, but there was loads of different. Like, they had the midget one. They had
the midget one was meant to be his real height, because he's only meant to be 5'2" or 5'3" in the comics. So remember when they made Hugh Jackman Wolverine? I remember this. There was a big outcry like, oh, he's too tall, but he's ended up being Wolverine. Like, he's the real Wolverine now, regardless of the height. So that was funny.
Because I didn't initially take to him well as well. I was like,
yeah, no, a lot of people didn't.
This guy don't look like Wolverine. I was like, he was
scrawny
enough. I was like,
he was. Remember, he had the accent Australian. He sounded like Australian man. It's like, what's this guy? And then he stole the show. I remember and then they built the franchise around him, because it wasn't initially meant to be that way, but it got built around him because the fans really wanted him. And you remember when X-Men came out and all that, they had the black clothes. Nothing in X-Men was really like X-Men. It was like, man, what is this?
The only thing that was X-Men was Professor X. That's the only thing they got right.
Yeah, that was it. And Storm as well, to a degree. Yeah. Aesthetically, Storm. Maybe not the way she was speaking, but aesthetically, they got it. And when you think about it, X-Men need more respect, man, because how are we in 2024? Rogue.
Oh my God.
Forgot about that, Rogue. Jeez. Rogue, they messed up everything. Rogue, I think even was Iceman there at one point.
I didn't like them first X-Men film. The only X-Men film I liked was X-Men First Class. That's when it was like,
that's when it, First Class was strong, man. Even Days of
Magneto
Future
was
Past,
sick, man.
Yeah, the Days of Future Past was
coin
decent,
through someone's head.
Sebastian Shaw. Yeah, I remember that.
First Class, yeah.
So, so that takes us through the old Deadpool. Terrence, though, well, you saw it. How did you feel?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I echo a lot of you guys' thoughts. I thought the story was awful. Now, when I sit on it and think about it, I was like, that's
Terrence, you said awful, the way you just said that all posh. Awful.
Yeah, awful.
Disgusting and awful, yeah?
So it was awful. It was hideous. No, man, but yeah, I was disappointed with it, man. I thought, like, I was like with you guys, when I saw, like, was it the TSA, because they're in Loki, isn't it? So they've not been seen anywhere in the MCU outside of the Loki series. Because that's what they do. They use those portal doors, they use their batons to phase people, whatever. But yeah, so when I saw them, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be sick. They're gonna go through all the different universes. So it was dead. Like, I just couldn't get over just how boring the story was. Like, there was nothing to it. And I get the whole concept of Ryan Reynolds wanting to do a send-off for the Fox characters that he felt got mistreated. And that's what, after the film, he came out with all of that. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, I get
Fox character?
No, 20th Century Fox. So all of them.
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, all those characters were Fox characters, isn't it?
Yeah. So
none of them were Disney.
Yeah. So basically, Elektra's film got cancelled. X-23 or Weapon 23, she was meant to have a film after Logan that got cancelled.
So he's doing that.
Yeah, Gambit's film was announced, got cancelled.
Yeah, I remember that. But if that's true, why wasn't Ghost Rider there?
Oh, that came up too. Like, apparently they were trying to get Ghost Rider as well, but they just couldn't do everything. So I think these are the ones that they were able to do. But like, a lot of the characters but to be honest, Ghost Rider had 2 films in it. A lot of these cameo guys, their films got cancelled, isn't it? Like, a lot of their films and series got. Elektra had those, didn't she? She had one.
Yeah, she had a film. I heard it was terrible.
She had a film.
I think it bombed.
It was bad.
Yeah,
I never watched it, but I heard it bombed.
Yeah, I didn't like it, man. I didn't really like it. Now when I sit with it, I don't think it was a great film. I think there were moments in there where I was like, this is sick. Like when he puts the Wolverine mask on and stuff like that. those were like, okay, cool, these are iconic moments. But overall, I thought the film was bad. I don't think it was a good film.
Oh, when you say bad, what sort of score do you give it?
Like, before I was saying 7 when I came out of the cinema, but then that was member berry, seeing Wesley Snipes and all of that stuff. When I sit with it, I'll say it's like a 5. Like, there's just nothing to it. There's nothing to that.
Yeah,
There's
it
nothing.
dropped. You're right. It dropped a mark from when I first gave it, because I gave it 7 initially.
But I just
That's
think
a
there's
6.
just nothing to the film. Okay, take the cameos out of the film. What's the film?
Yeah.
Nothing was going on, man.
Exactly. So can we really say a film's a good film because they have cameos? Because you
Well,
take,
then,
you take,
whoa.
you take those cameos. Let's play. Take the cameos out. Take Chris Evans out. Take Blade. All those people out. What's the film?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
So
At least, I'll tell you
can't
this.
really say
At
that's
least,
a good film then.
Yeah, so that's true. So at least when you check the Flash last year, take the cameos out, it had a story that made some sense.
Oh, I watched the Flash again. I think that film's underrated.
Yeah, that's the stance I had.
I mean, Flash was way better.
I think it was really underrated.
The Flash is very underrated. Like, I watched it again. That's a very underrated film.
It is underrated.
Like, especially when you know the end where the Beast is actually him.
Yeah.
Like that's like all that
time thing.
Yeah, the time thing. Like the Flash is actually underrated.
Flash was
Very
sick, man. I like that.
It is.
I haven't watched Aquaman, but
I haven't watched. I didn't watch Aquaman.
I watched it recently, man.
Oh,
it's not good.
How bad was it?
It's not good.
No, I heard it was bad, but how bad?
Like it's like, you know, when it's like they really were leaning into comedy. I was like, you're really trying to be the funny guy.
As bad as Shazam 2, because Shazam 2.
I haven't watched Shazam 2.
Shazam 2.
I'll tell you this. I'd watched the first 10 minutes of Venom 2 and I switched it off. I was like, oh my God, Venom is here. Chatting. I was like, what is this? Venom is so fucking cringe.
I told you, listen.
Shit.
Was he not dancing in a rave or something? Was he dancing in
I just saw him. He was chatting in the bathroom.
Rubbish.
He's chatting a lot. Yeah, I need to do this. I'm like, what? Talk to the girl. I'm like, what? I'm like, Venom, what the hell is this? I'm like, this is not Venom. Character assassination.
I fell asleep and didn't even bother trying to watch it again. I haven't even watched, because it's Carnage or something, isn't it?
Carnage. Carnage.
I didn't even get to that part.
Yeah, same here. I didn't even get to Carnage either. I
didn't even get to Carnage.
That film is so bad. And listen.
And he's got another film on the way. He's got another one.
Yeah, there's another one.
Called The Last Dance.
I remember. Listen, I said to you. I said, listen, I don't like what they did with Venom from even the first one. I was like, I don't like what I'm seeing it. But I never thought they were going to do that to him. They turned him into a full-blown joke. Like, real. And Sean, you turned it off after 10 minutes.
It's like Drop Dead Fred or something. I'm like, what? You got an imaginary friend there? Yeah, I couldn't do it.
That's exactly what it is, isn't it? It's like an imaginary friend.
You know, it's so true. He's literally like an imaginary friend in his mind.
Don't you?
It's like Venom don't exist. He's just in his brain.
You know when he's talking to the girl, goes, yeah, we like her. We something like all this. Like, what are you talking about?
Shut up.
Like that?
Just tell this thing to shut up. Yeah, that film made me sick, man. I was like, what is this? What's this? Something. Yeah, I did not like it.
You didn't even get to the Carnage bit, Sean.
I couldn't get to the Carnage bit, man. I said to my friend,
don't blame me.
I probably have to YouTube to see the Carnage scenes, to see what Carnage was like, because I can't watch that film to get to Carnage.
Well, there was post credits for that film as well, which I think led into No Way From Home. I think.
Yeah, I think.
I can't remember. I think so. There was some kind of link to Disney Marvel. Was it the second? Yeah. That is the second one. I think that's the second one.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, it's the second one.
Yeah, it was that at the end.
Sorry,
I was just like, cool. That was just like, yeah. But yeah, that was horrible, man. That was horrible. Horrible.
Horrendous.
I remember. I think we got a Craven film coming.
Yeah,
from them guys.
Yeah.
All this Spider-Man, Spider-Verse stuff.
And I wonder why, because it's like Craven is not even a very well-known character.
So basically, listen, he comic-wise, he's a super legend with what he put Spider-Man through. Like, He has the Last Hunt, I think it is. That one. What he does to Spider-Man in
Who's the
that?
actor for Craven?
It's the guy who was Kick-Ass. Speaking
Hmm?
of Kick-Ass, the actor who played Kick-Ass. Remember that? Remember that?
I
That
barely remember him, man.
classic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Forgot his
You
name,
could
but I
call
know
it
who you're talking
superhero
about.
show. But yeah, him. Oh no, hold on. It's what's his name? Quicksilver in Age of Ultron. What's her name's brother?
Oh, so he's playing another
Scarlet
Marvel
Witch's
character.
brother.
So he's playing
Yeah.
Craven, yeah?
He's playing Craven, yeah. He's playing Craven's son, who is actually Craven. And I don't know, man. It's all whatever.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, he's
Craven's
Craven.
son?
So basically, he's Craven, or he's the son of Craven. I don't know what it is.
What?
It's just a mess, man. You have to watch it. I could be wrong, but you'll have to watch it. But anyway, so we're all kind of mid on Deadpool. Yeah, but at this point, anyone listening to this, you've probably seen it or know everything.
Yeah.
But that's our feeling on the old Deadpool. Still chiming in numbers, being very successful.
Hopefully the sequel will be better. Hopefully. I mean, I don't think you could do any worse than that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it will be what it will be.
I think the only like little teaser thing is them clearly setting up him being in like Avengers, because they speak about like
Yeah.
oh, what
He'll be there in some capacity.
Yeah.
But listen, the thing is, I'll tell you this now. Having him with them changes the dynamics massively, and I don't. Like I say, it's going to be interesting to see what they do if he comes mainline. But I personally feel he was always strong in his own entity. He's always been like a off the lane kind of guy. You could have him show up, but he can't be a mainstay. He just can't, because that would have to change. This guy is an R-rated guy. He makes unfamily friendly jokes. Totally different story. So
Yeah, I don't think he'd be a main Avenger.
yeah,
unless they-
I wouldn't even want to see him in the Avengers, to be honest. At this point,
He'll definitely be in it.
yeah,
honest.
he'll be there. In what capacity is yet to be known. But yeah, he'll be there somehow. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done all of this.
Because I
He'll be
recently saw the Ant-Man film and finally saw Kang, and I was like, damn, man.
Yeah, Kang.
Kang, he was onto something, you know? Like, Kang was a bit interesting. I was like, okay.
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
that was what it was meant to. That's what I'm saying. He's in Loki.
Yeah, listen, they were building him up, and then
Yeah, building him up. That's
But I didn't like the way
I'm like,
he got beat up by giant ants, though.
because apparently it's not being recasted, right? It's not being recasted.
No.
They just
scrapped it.
Well,
Yeah,
hold on. Now we're talking that way. So, Terrence, I think you're about to go into what was coming.
Yeah,
Which would be the
since
Robert
we're talking
Downey
about
Jr.
Marvel,
thing,
innit?
right? As you're
Yeah.
mentioning, Kang. But we know that we know now that Disney had dropped Jonathan Majors as Kang.
So basically, Sean, what happened? What had happened was like, this whole multiverse stuff was being set up for Kang, isn't it? Because if in the comics, Kang is like basically the multiverse person. He goes, there's
he's
different
everywhere.
versions of him.
Yeah.
So they were setting that all up. They started it with Loki, Ant-Man, all of that stuff, and then they had a film called Avengers, I think Kang Dynasty. But because Jonathan Majors beat up his woman,
allegedly.
allegedly.
Well,
Yeah, I think
guilty,
he was found guilty, wasn't he? He was found guilty.
He was found guilty. Hence why he was fighting.
Yeah.
So then what Marvel did is they cancelled his film and then pivoted to, I think it's called Doomsday. So instead of
it's called Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, it's called Avengers Doomsday.
It's called Avengers Doomsday. And for those who don't know, I'm sure everyone knows, they announced that Robbie Downey Jr. will be playing Doctor Doom, which
that is just so cringe. I was like, that is really cringe. You really went for Robert Downey. Why not Cillian Murphy or something like that?
Now let me say this here. I will say what I did like about that. I like the announcement and how they made the spectacle of the announcement, having lots of Doctor Dooms on stage and him being one of the masks. I think when I saw it, it definitely was, it takes a little while for you to catch up. Wait, this is Robert Downey. Did I miss? When you feel like you must have missed something, where you feel like, hold on, did I miss something here? He's Doctor Doom, but that's Iron Man. And then you have to do the whole process of, wait, how are you casting Iron Man? But then you realize that this is obvious. It's many things like Sean's about to say here. It is a desperate move. It is cringe. You also have the idea that, well, it's been 20 years since thing.
Well, it gave birth to a lot of memes that I've been cracking up at.
It's just, I definitely, I remember, this is Robert Downey Jr. He played Kirk Lazarus. Remember, he played Kirk Lazarus in Tropical Thunder, man. So
Yeah, man.
if anyone
Now
can
he's
do it,
Black Panther.
listen,
He can do it all.
if anyone can do it, Robert Downey Jr. You can be sure of that. He can play anybody. But and he's probably gonna do a very, very good job. That's one thing you can be sure. He's gonna do a good job.
No, he's
But
a
it's gonna
fantastic
take.
actor. He's a
Yeah,
fantastic actor.
he is.
He's a fantastic
Someone
actor.
new, you know what I'm saying? It should
Yeah.
be someone new. And I
But-
think Cillian Murphy would have been the perfect person for it. Because he's
Okay.
already a very liked actor. And then on top of that, he looks like a disturbed type of scientist. He looks like that type of. He's got the right
Yeah,
look.
but he's not Robbie Downey Jr.
Yeah, of course not. But Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, sorry.
Yeah,
So it's
but,
like we're gonna
but
have.
everyone knows. We all know
Where
what's
that's gonna be.
Like, everyone knows what's gonna happen. Like, it's so big.
Mm.
So Robbie Downey Jr. is obviously going to be. So basically, the Fantastic Four film, which I'm actually looking forward to, is based in an alternative universe. So it's not based in the MCU universe.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so Doctor Doom is clearly going to be from that universe, and everyone's theory is that he's going to be a variant of Tony Stark in that universe. So
He's gonna
by
what?
the- He's a variant, like, you know, every universe has
Yeah.
there's a version of him, like
So
Kang.
Doctor Doom, are they trying to say Doctor Doom is Tony Stark?
In
No. So wait.
no.
This is another. This is another multiverse. This is a multiverse,
Yeah,
right?
it's still carrying
Where
on.
this Tony Stark became Doctor Doom. Is that what we've got
Correct.
going on here?
It's like
that's what I
it's like
But doesn't Doctor Doom have his own name? I thought
Yeah, he
he's
does. He does have his
Vic
own.
Van.
It's a
It's
Vic
like,
something.
it's basically
Van
Kang.
Sar-
It's
yeah.
basically what they're doing with Kang.
Yeah, but it's like the what if episodes on Disney, man. Like that's what
Yeah.
it like. Just like in a
Basically,
multiverse, if someone took on like Captain America was a woman and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's I know what you're saying. No, it's
Yeah.
But then I wonder
So-
what they're gonna say. They're gonna say is he Tony Stark as Doctor Doom, or is he gonna be Van Sutton in the film?
No,
he's gonna be Doctor Doom, Victor Van, whatever. his
Vic
name is.
Van Doom.
Yeah.
So okay,
Victor-
so it's
Victor
just
Van Doom,
he just
that's it. Yeah,
basically
yeah.
he just got the same face as Iron Man. That's all. That's Tony
Basically.
Stark.
That's
Yeah.
what he's saying.
But he's not Tony
Yeah.
Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what the killer is gonna be is obviously multiverse. He's obviously that Doctor Doom is obviously gonna end up in the Tony Stark timeline, and then obviously the Avengers and everyone and Spider-Man are gonna look at him and be like, wait. That's
Oh
Tony
yeah,
Stark.
why come you look like him? Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's gonna that's
gonna
funny.
be kind of sick still.
That's funny.
Yeah. You see.
Wait.
What
Could you say that again, please? Did I miss? I just missed something?
No,
Sorry.
it's nuts. It's nuts, Ref. It's nuts.
So-
It's nuts. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
go on,
you know, obviously,
go
we're
on.
saying like he's basically Tony Stark in
Yeah.
a different
Yeah.
universe. No, he's
Yeah.
Doctor Doom in another universe.
Yeah.
But obviously, with Avengers Secret War and Avengers whatever, he's obviously gonna come into the MCU timeline, isn't it? So all the heroes are gonna see him and be like, wait, Tony Stark's dead.
Yeah.
Why do you look like
So
Tony
you're gonna be like,
Stark?
hold on, why do you look like Tony Stark? Okay,
Yeah.
listen, that can be big. As much
And
as like,
also-
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
that could be big.
And also, people have noticed that if you look at the Secret Wars logo,
Yeah.
it's the Iron Man colors.
Right. Okay. You see, you know what, Terrence? This is the one time because it looked to me based on what I was reading. You paid attention to a lot more Comic Con than I did recently, and it sounds like it was very good this time around. I haven't seen much, but this was a reveal and a half.
I didn't like with the Marvel stuff. Like, I think the only thing that I was feeling out of it was Fantastic Four and what's their version of Suicide Squad? Thunderbolts.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. Yeah, Thunderbolts.
Yeah, everything else I'm not.
But didn't they kill? Did they not kill? What's his name? Didn't they kill some of them in the but that was the Multiverse of Madness, isn't it? Doctor Strange. But that would have been a different version. That would have been a different version of them. Anyway.
I'm not feeling what's that thing called, man?
Agatha.
Captain America.
Oh, what, Red Hulk? Yeah,
What's
it looks.
this? What's this?
They showed like a teaser
You not seen
trailer.
Captain America 4 next year?
No.
Yeah, man. Captain America.
Captain America 4 comes out next year with
Yeah, man.
Falcon as
No, the 4's not in it.
No, I
Not
said
four.
no,
Captain
No, it's
Falcon.
number
America.
4. He went,
Number
Yeah,
four.
Captain
Okay,
America, but
Captain
he went
America.
number
Yeah.
4. Number 4.
What's
With
it
Sam
called? New
Wilson.
World or something? It's
Yeah, but
called
Falcon's Captain America now, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
so
Captain
what?
America.
Falcon is Captain America? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
man.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, man.
shit!
Yeah,
And
people,
Harrison.
people are gonna go in on the woke
Captain
agenda.
African American.
DEI.
Captain African American.
And Harrison Ford is Red Hulk. So Red Hulk's in it.
This old man, I don't
Harrison
understand
Why is
why.
Ford.
Harrison
Are you
Ford.
kidding?
Harrison Ford is Hulk.
What's wrong with this guy, man? What's wrong with this man?
Harrison Ford
He's
is
Red
Do you know
Hulk.
why?
Get
Do you know
into
why?
them
Do you know
every
why?
film
Do you
set.
know
He's
why?
in Eden.
Because they can CGI. So if they can CGI, it's all right. As long as they can CGI with this
Yeah,
guy.
he must have. I don't understand why he's there.
It's that Disney thing, isn't it? Star Wars.
It's got to be,
Indiana
yeah.
Jones.
It's got to be.
Fucking hell.
Because he's
Talk
finished.
about
Harrison
corrupt
Ford,
using
you know.
corrupt actors, man.
Listen, remember when Ryan Reynolds said they're going to use Wolverine till he's 80-something years old? Harrison Ford is the example. Harrison Ford is the example. What's going to happen? You get used to your 80-something years old. Use and rinse that.
In the coffin and they're gonna CGI his face or something.
Oh,
Still
jeez.
here.
They're taking the piss,
Whoa.
though. Oh my
Man,
gosh.
remember they did that in the Star Wars? They CGI
Yeah,
the
they did
guy
for
with
Han
the ribbon there.
Solo. They did for Han Solo.
Yeah. I remember it.
CGI'd him in that. CGI'd him in Indiana Jones. The CGI him in anything, bro.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, though.
Harrison
Man.
Ford
Like I said,
again.
Harrison Ford's just like a Disney. He's a Disney employee, man. All these
Yeah,
films are
100%.
Disney films.
Yeah. It definitely. It
Yeah,
definitely seems that way.
definitely.
My gosh. Yeah, I saw that, and I don't like what they did. They kind of. It looks like such a off. Well, it is off camera, but it looks so disorganized. It looks like, okay, what's going on here?
The thing is,
you put in Red Hulk in Captain America.
The Falcon and Winter Soldier was actually really good. That series.
Yeah, it
that
was.
they did
I
on Disney
actually
Plus.
liked it, and
Yeah,
I liked the
same.
story they did with the other super soldiers, particularly the black one.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
and there's
that's
rumors that
what I'm saying.
he's meant to have a big part in this new one.
Oh yeah,
This,
he's in it.
he's meant to have a big part in this.
And there's
But does
some
he
talk
make
that
a good thingy? Does he make a good
Yeah, 'cause
replacement for Captain America though?
No,
I don't think
not
so,
him.
'cause he
So
doesn't even have-
basically,
he doesn't even have the Captain America powers. He's still
no, he
Falcon.
don't. But I tell you this,
Oh,
he's got a shield.
So he's just got the
check this,
shield.
Sean.
Is that all it is?
Shield
Yeah,
and some
yeah.
wings.
And he can fly. But listen, Sean, I don't know if you got a chance to watch it, right? But there was the show, the series, Captain America
And Winter Soldier.
and they really, to me, I liked it. It had some issues, but I did like it.
That
But
was
one
a
of the
really
things
good
I
one.
really liked was they uncovered that Captain America wasn't the only super soldier, and there was a black one, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who they meet up.
He was the first one.
And he was the first one, and I think but things
He
went
was
wrong
black.
with him. He was black, and then it was all this, that, and the other. But
Yeah.
he's gonna be in the film, and in what capacity I don't know. But if the rumors are true, that might actually. It's got my interest. The fact that I did like what I saw in the series. Whether he's a villain or whatever, I don't know. And remember,
No,
even
he's not a villain. He's a goodie.
okay, so check this. If he's not, remember in Captain America and the Winter Soldier. No, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Remember there was this new Captain America that was running around. But he had
Remember, he's in the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
he had like mental health issues. Yeah, that's it. He was acting like a madman. Yeah, him. So
Yeah, he's in the Thunderbolts, right?
yeah. I did see something about that.
He's in the
That's
Thunderbolts.
but is he
He's
a
a super
hero
soldier.
though? Yeah, I think he's a bit of a madman. Yeah, he's like
By the end of it, he was like
trying to be Captain America, but he couldn't. He would
yeah,
just
he hasn't got
cut
the
it.
temperament. Yeah,
That's
he's
when
not cut for that.
he killed someone or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
did.
beat someone
He
to
killed
death
someone
or
with his
something.
shield.
Yeah, I was like,
He
look
killed
at this
someone.
guy.
Unhinged.
Listen, he's unhinged. He's an
That is
unhinged
funny,
Captain America.
actually. No, that
I
is
saw that and
actually
said, oh,
sick.
this guy's seriously unhinged.
I like the way they put those characters into these things, man. I like those unhinged characters, man.
As I said, I did like that show. I actually because they had a lot of crap shows, but I did like that.
I
one.
thought that's what Bucky was like. I thought Bucky was always that.
Well, no, he was mind control.
No, but Bucky was mind control, Joe. But this guy, he's just trying to be Captain America so bad, but he's just doing it.
He's
To be honest,
crazy.
in the comics, he is Captain America. He does take over.
Yeah, he is. I think he is for a little bit. When Captain America's not there, he's there. But then he gets uncovered, bro. He does.
But
apparently,
I'm not sure how true it is, but there's rumors that he takes the serum.
Yeah, I think
Who?
something about. Yeah, I think he takes the serum.
In the new one.
Yeah.
In the new one, they're saying that he might take the serum.
Yeah.
Falcon.
Yeah.
Because in my head, it's like, how?
It would make sense. It would make
Because
sense.
you got no power.
Yeah, like, don't make no
But
sense.
he's throwing the shield. He's practicing throwing the shield in the last one, wasn't he? He's practicing throwing the shield.
Yeah, but you
And
can't throw it with the same velocity that
Yeah,
No,
American.
no.
because he's got no power.
Can't
He ain't got no
yeah,
power.
exactly.
Yeah.
And Bucky
Yeah,
can do
he
it because
was
Bucky's got the metal
the
arm.
worst
He's
Avenger.
got the metal
And he's got
arm,
the power.
Worst Avenger.
Mm. Yeah, he's a bitch.
Did you say worst Avenger?
He's the worst.
Yeah, he is. He's the worst Avenger. Every time I think of him, I'm like, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Worst.
Him and
Him
actually,
and Hawkeye.
he is the worst one.
I don't
Yeah,
like
him and Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, yeah.
What's that
Hawkeye.
chick's name? What chick's name is out like her? Neva.
Scarlet.
Yeah.
No,
No,
Black Widow.
Black Widow. That's it. Yeah, useless
Oh,
characters.
Black
I'm like,
Widow,
why have they
yeah.
got these
Oh,
characters in
God. Yeah, she's
this?
terrible.
No, but listen, she calms down the Hulk, though.
Yeah, but...
She just tells him, hey,
bro.
calm down. And he calms down.
Oh, bad hope.
Oh, do you know what else they showed as well before we move away from them? The Daredevil. They've got all the old characters back, Punishers in it.
Yeah, I see the casting there. I
Is
saw
it?
a picture of the casting.
Yeah,
Oh,
Punisher's back.
I don't know, man.
I don't
Yeah,
trust
he's back,
Disney,
but
man. I don't trust them.
I don't
trust them.
I don't know. No, after this, Terrence, did you see what they did to Kingpin?
In Echoes.
Echoes and the other one, the one with Hawkeye's daughter. Was it his daughter or the other Hawkeye girl, whatever she was?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just that's this and what they did to Daredevil and even She-Hulk. I was like, man,
Yeah,
I
because
don't know.
She-Hulk slept with Daredevil.
Yeah, he's a jabron.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a jabron.
She-Hulk
He's got
Yeah,
misses
he's a
though.
jabron.
Like,
Yeah.
Hell.
In the She-Hulk film, she was smashing it, and then she even makes a joke about it, like, I smashed.
oh
Yeah, I
no,
remember.
cringe, absolutely
Yeah,
cringe.
super.
As I said, I can't trust
Okay,
them.
so
I can't trust them.
no, me neither. I can't trust them at all. So it's funny. It brings us around to this now, and I think everyone in the room has seen this, and anyone listening, I know you guys will probably remember this. I didn't have high hopes for what we're about to speak about now. It's interesting. A lot of comic stuff talking, a lot of Marvel stuff talking. But here's a high strong point for them, and this was Xmen '97. And although it's been a little while now since it's come out, I still feel it needs its continuous flowers for how well it did. And I hope that we do get another one. I don't know if anything's been said.
I think they've announced 3 seasons.
Whoa. Okay, 3 seasons.
Right.
Well, that is very
So,
good news.
so season 2 is finishing up production, and they're writing season 3.
That's very good news. Is it got the same guy attached to it, or has he completely just been dismissed?
No, it's a different guy.
That
Was
could
he
be an
dismissed
issue.
again? What happened? What did he do?
I don't know.
remember.
There's rumors that he had conduct not to the standard of Disney employees while being employed at Disney, but nobody knows exactly what it was. They didn't disclose what it was, and that may have been to protect him or to protect themselves. Who knows? But
Probably both.
yeah, exactly. More than likely. And he himself doesn't say too much neither.
Yeah. But you know, sometimes they don't say stuff because it comes out that someone high up knew something, and then that high up person has to
literally.
get fired too.
Definitely.
Rather than
That's exactly right.
rather than
Or
sack the CEO or something.
well, check this.
Or
Or somebody like on BBC, and we're moving off from completely here, but like that guy has presented BBC for years. He commits acts of pedophilia or whatever, and he was still being paid for 6 months after the fact.
yeah, and then they tried to, and then because it came out, they tried to be like, can you pay back, please?
Yeah, like when I saw that, I said, "Are you kidding? Can you pay?" The BBC are so riddled with wrong-uns for decades. They just every time a
BBC's
wrong-un
one of the
pops,
worst.
BBC just harbors these guys. It's almost like they
Yeah.
fight them. Hey, come and work for us. We love you. They are just. But anyway, yeah. So back to Xmen '97, which ended up being an extremely pleasant surprise for me, who was not thinking it was going to be anything special. Didn't really like the art style in the previews. I think all of us are of the age we grew up with the X-Men cartoons. Some of us read the comics.
The animation of the old cartoon's still better. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Listen. I'm not arguing that. I wouldn't even
animation is
argue that.
still better.
But what I will say, and I do stand by this, and this is one of the biggest things for me, is how they really, really brought through the Cyclops that we read in the comics. Made me so happy because a lot of people don't know that kind of Cyclops. They just really thought Cyclops was just some goody goody fucking kind of Captain America business, and he weren't like that. And they really showed him what he really is, and that was pleasing to see. I don't remember too well how Wolverine was handled, but I don't remember him that much. I remember him more in the older cartoons, but this one, I didn't seem to have much of a presence to me.
So basically, I think they even said that they did that on purpose, isn't it? And they're probably saving his arc for future seasons. But it was nice to actually watch something X-Men that wasn't Wolverine focused.
Yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like seeing the more savage Rogue was really cool. I was like, raw, like Rogue went dark. I was like, wow, like she was savage. I was
Well,
like,
she went
this
dark,
is what
but
I'm talking about.
that didn't stop her from playing around with Magneto when Remy LeBeau was waiting
But
for her
remember,
love,
she's
and
always had
he
a
wasn't giving no
trauma
love.
of not being able to touch no one, innit? But she could touch Magneto, so that's why
But I don't know where that
she
came
needed the
from,
intimacy.
because even in the old series.
Nope, that weren't
Yeah,
going.
I don't understand.
That's exactly
But they're
that
like,
weren't going.
yeah, his anti-magnetism can stop her power from
Yeah,
being weird.
exactly. That's just because they got that in there nicely, didn't they?
But
And then
the way they're going with it, with like Magneto going full, he went full teetotal. He weren't playing games no more. I was surprised how dark it went, and I was like, yeah, man, this is what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
that was it was good. The arc they went with was very good. And where it's going to go is even better. And like I said, it's so funny because imagine this, yeah. At the time when we had X-Men back then in the cartoon, and it kind of ended and you're reading the comics, and then you see what's going on in the comics afterwards, so to speak, and now you see what 20, 30 years later, whatever it may be, them actually have a translation of that. Not exactly the same, but with a lot of different things that happen kind of put into different places, and you're like, my gosh, man, this is they're going in exact direction of what was going on. And like I said, it was just such a good cartoon, and I'm not even sure if it did well because I don't hear much about the numbers. I don't hear much
X-Men
about the
did really
fandom.
well.
It
Did
did,
really
yeah.
well.
Okay.
Yeah, word of mouth. Yeah, seeing people talk about it, people are very pleased with it.
Okay.
It did
I'll
really
tell you
well,
this, something that surprised me, that it grew on me, man. That remastering of the opening theme, I actually really started liking it. I was like,
It did
you
get
know
good.
what, this is really good.
Yep.
Like, however they remastered it, it sounds really good. I was like,
Yeah.
man, that opening
It
theme's
was
really
strong.
good.
It was strong.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get over the animation, man.
Yeah, the animation's
Really?
so bad.
I couldn't get over it, man.
I hope they change it, because like Invincible just looks so much better. I'm like, can't you look at least like that? Like, look like Invincible at least. Like
But
that, the art style of that X-Men, I don't like it. It's like, I think the
Like,
old
from what I
one's
was
better.
reading,
The
from what I
old
was
one's
reading, I
way
was
better.
thinking to myself, like, am I going crazy? Because everyone just kept praising the art style and animation. I was like,
I think it was some of the combat scenes, you know. I think it was the one with Gambit. You know, when he takes down that Tri-Sentinel, I think some of the action scenes might have made up for some of the the lesser animation.
I think I said this to you. Why do all the guys have no lips and lipstick?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It was
just
definitely,
the art
it
style
did have
just
some
it
elements
doesn't
of
work
off.
for me. It doesn't appeal.
Yeah.
It looks off to me.
It did have a.
I hope they change that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think the older cartoons, the art style's way better, and I just think, how can you be the new one but you look older than the old one? It just doesn't make sense.
And what do you think? I don't know if you guys remember. What do you think of like towards the end where they basically hint at like Spider-Man and all the other
Yep. All the other cartoons. I like that. because they used to cross
Oh
over
yeah, the way
before.
that
They
they
used to
did the
cross them over, yeah.
multiverse thing, didn't they?
Yep.
I forgot about
Yep.
that.
Right at the end, yeah, because you see Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all going into the multiverse.
That would be good because the Spider-Man cartoon was legendary as well.
It's
That'd be
just
very good.
crazy to them to bring back Professor X. I didn't see that coming. That was really, that was quite a surprise. I thought he was, gone. But they brought him back.
Mhm.
Oh, that means you don't remember the last ever episode.
No, I
But
don't remember because his mind went into the ship, innit, and they left the planet. But I
Yeah.
didn't think they'd bring him back. That's what I was surprised about. I didn't think he'd ever come back. I thought that was it. He's done.
Well, with the story that they're going with, he would have to come back because of the situation with Magneto. Because understand this is all heading towards Onslaught. Everything, the thing with Wolverine, the Magneto situation, it's like, you know, watching something, you're thinking they think they got it bad now. It's about to get worse, and it's going to be of their own making, and that's where it's heading, which is it's going to be fun to
But
see.
isn't Apocalypse like the final evil for them? Isn't he?
Nah, he's obviously with him. It's like he has the age of Apocalypse. He has a timeline where he won. And that was the age of Apocalypse where the X-Men are kind of done in. Everyone's kind of half done in. He has his own future.
So
of course,
which one are they doing now?
Now we saw Apocalypse at the end, right?
Yeah, because they're all in different timelines, right? Are they in different timelines or in different locations?
Different locations. They're all
They're
over the
in
place.
different times. They are in different timelines.
I think they're in different
but we
timelines because there's
but we
different versions of
know
Apocalypse.
that Wolverine, he had his Magneto literally ripped him apart, and he ripped off his his skeleton.
Adamantium.
Now, listen, we know Professor X is back now. In the comics, Professor X, that pushed him over the edge when Magneto did that. And he scrambles Magneto's mind. Turns him almost comatose. But in doing that, he creates an entity known as Onslaught, who is an amalgamation of both Professor X and Magneto. And he comes, and like I said to you, that was when I was just leaving comics. So when he came, it was like the biggest crossover in Marvel. He went to everybody. There was like a point where every comic, every person who had a singular comic, something happened to them and no one understood who. So while I was reading Spider-Man, there was all these new Sentinels flying around New York City, and Spider-Man was confused. Then there was a front cover of the X-Men where Juggernaut had been stopped. Then there was all these things going on at the same time, and nobody was like, who is doing this? Who is this person? And it all transpired that it ended up being this Onslaught character, which was an indirect creation by Professor X. So if that is going the way that's going,
the multiverse.
Say that again.
And he travels the multiverse.
Nah, he ends up you know what he does? You know who Franklin is, right?
No,
So Franklin, he's supposed to be the top being in Marvel, and he's the child of Mr. Fantastic and Susan Storm.
Oh, yeah.
Him, and he's the one who can control any reality.
The blonde
yeah,
boy,
the little you. And but
yes,
so what Onslaught does,
yes,
Onslaught becomes his imaginary friend, and by doing that, he's able to manipulate him. So that's what happens, and it just gets so mad.
Yeah.
When I tell you mad, one of the maddest stories in Marvel. Whether that's ever realized, who knows? But yeah, the Onslaught saga was insane, absolutely insane. But it was all off of what Magneto did to Wolverine. But yeah, so there's the element of that. But then them showing Apocalypse as well was like, damn. So it's what they've done, which I guess makes it easier for them. Is there's many different paths they can go down. And they can choose to go down one later. They can choose to go down one immediately. But the options are clearly there. Even Sinister as well. So we saw Sinister playing a back row somewhat. And Bastion and that. So exactly. So there's all of that still to go on. So that's what I realized. I said, well, there's about 5 doors open there. And it's a case of which one they want to go through first. But the options are there. And as I said, it was pleasantly surprising to see that. Because I think if I'm right, Terrence, there was a point we were watching that episode by episode, right? Which is a rarity. Did you watch it all together, or did you watch it episode by episode?
All together.
Right. So for me, the first few episodes I watched, and I don't do that week by week. And I said, nah, this is too good. I can't do this. So I remember leaving it, and then I know my brother, my cousins all going on about. I said, no. Wait till the last 4 were done. Then I watched it all together, and I was like, yeah, because it had some serious cliffhangers. To be honest, I think
that Gambit episode.
Yeah, like that Gambit thing was a big deal. So, but yeah, X-Men was very strong, people. If you've never seen X-Men, watch it and watch this one too, because it was very, very, very good. And again, on the theme of superheroes, we're going to take ourselves over to something that was doing the rounds in the early summer. And that was a British show called Supercell.
Oh, I didn't see it, so I might mute.
Oh, gee. Okay, no. Listen, guys. Listen. We're going to buy
It's on my list. It's literally on my list.
Because I thought this guy, Terrence, who's usually an advocate for the UK scene, did not
and
watch
black
Supercell.
faces,
Yeah, and black faces. You know, it ticked every box that Terrence wants was ticked, and the guys.
He didn't see it.
I can't believe this.
That's you guys. You guys on your top.
No, this is your top.
Top boy, yeah.
You
Remember,
went
you
there.
don't like-
You went
Gangs
there.
of London,
You went there.
London.
What about Gangs of London, though?
Yeah, Gangs of London, yeah.
Terrence is a big advocate for Gangs of London, isn't it? And I think they got their season 3 coming soon for Terrence. So.
Oh, that they need to allow that.
Yeah, they have. They got that coming.
No,
I
season
know
2
you're gonna
was
enjoy
rubbish,
that. Listen, the whole thing was
Oh,
trash.
what, did you not like season 2?
Nah,
It was
I
trash.
like season 1.
He liked season 1.
See.
I thought it was trash. Season 2 was a mockery of my time.
Yeah,
I just couldn't believe people.
Season
It was a
2
mockery of me. I felt
time.
listen, a literal mockery of my time.
Let
First
me
was bad
say
enough.
this stuff. I just seen this first season of this show called King. Definitely recommend it. You lot want to see some more like a modern day Peaky Blinders, I would say.
Well, I haven't even seen Peaky Blinders yet, so
Irish. Yeah.
I'll have to. I'll put that onto the
Man,
list.
it's got
Must watch.
Littlefinger from Game of Thrones.
Was it called?
Mhm.
What's it called?
Carl
King.
Cutty.
K-I-N.
Carl Cutty from The Wire. Before he was Littlefinger.
Yeah, King. K-I-N.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the
Okay,
first
so
season,
we
season two's out,
we won't press with Supercell for now.
I'll finish
But-
it by the next thing.
Yeah, no, that's
I know
cool. We'll definitely that's fine. We can save that for next time. There's
They
more than enough.
announced season 2.
Season 2, didn't they? Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw the thing the other day.
So I'm happy
So,
with that, man. He's a good. I like.
Yeah, no, doing fantastic, man. It's
But
good to
Netflix
see.
is one of those things where you never know, man. Like, they'll just
Exactly.
cancel something.
Something could just be a hit, and then sometimes something could just get cancelled, and you're like, why are you cancelling that for?
So the fact that they got season 2, I can watch season 1
With confidence, with knowing that
yeah,
it's going to be
confidence
better.
that
Yeah.
it's going to be finished. The amount of Netflix shows that I've watched that they just cancel.
Yeah, they do that a
That'd
lot.
be true. That'd be true. So, I believe I'll give a mention here. I know you guys probably not too much for you guys, but you may remember me a few years back talking about a game called Planet Coaster. It had a reveal for a sequel, which I'm quite happy about. So Planet Coaster is a theme park simulator, which was very, very, very good the first time around. So this one was announced not long ago. I think it comes out this year. So look out for that. I know this wasn't too much on the gaming side, but there's a little bit of information for you. And I think I'd like to move into the Space Marine 2 thing here before we go to the other stuff that was mentioned, Terrence. So Space Marine 2, as you know, if you have listened before, I do like the Warhammer stuff. And this was shown a good few years ago and it was looking promising. However, in recent times, it was revealed that the promised multiplayer beta was no longer going to be accessible. So basically, in the pre-order bonus was that you would have access to a multiplayer beta, which the developer said looks not going to happen anymore, which was an immediate red flag for that. That was immediate. Okay, you can't buy this game now.
Why not?
Well, the reason being is it's a red flag. It's an alarm bell. Okay, something must have gone wrong. If anything's going right.
Did you say so? Because I'm just trying to get up to you. So the beta isn't happening, although they've removed.
No, the beta's not happening. Even though you were sold, even though the pre-order bonus was being able to participate in a beta before the game.
Is it like what Call of Duty does? If you pre-order it, you get to go in there and beta.
Yeah, basically. So then they said, sorry, we're not doing a beta now. Even though you pre-ordered. Yeah, so what we're going to do is give you a free gun. And by giving you a free gun, you're talking about a hand pistol or something. Not even, yeah, exactly. You have to laugh at that. So for me, I just switched off and I said, yeah, this ain't happening now. I'm out of this. However, in the last list, why? I don't think there was any clarity other than, let's say, development issues or speed
No,
or whatever it could be.
They were just saying they hadn't finished. They needed to put more.
Yeah.
They needed to
Yes.
polish it off.
So
More. They weren't
a
confident
definitive
in.
answer.
Yeah.
To me, that just screams lack of confidence. It screams game not cooked, not ready, not tested enough. It's just bad all the way around. Now, since then, and I'd say since then, we're looking at in the last 10 days, there's been more previews, you could say, from you could call these individuals access media. So people get access to things that the paying consumer, influencers, the paying public doesn't. And it's been all very positive. The videos I've seen, it looks great. I mean, I'll be honest with you, aesthetically, you couldn't ask for better. I say that really just to say that there is a potential that this could turn around, but until it's in the hands of paying customers, it's going to be hard to tell. But the game does look absolutely fantastic. That being said,
it's the Gears of War looking one, yeah.
Well, Gears of War,
not Gears of War looking, but
that's gonna ruffle that feathers.
You're ruffling feathers there.
I hear Sean feathers. Sean loves saying it. He goes,
there's Sean says it all the time.
Get out of here, man. You get out of here. Gears of War exists because of Space Marines. It exists because of Space Marines.
But you're gonna hear that a lot, man. And I heard from one of the
listen, listen to me. Listen, Sean. Listen to this. That is all you're gonna hear.
Yeah,
and and it's just ironic. It's like, look, even Warcraft. Remember, Warcraft exists because of Warhammer.
Yeah,
that's the only reason. Warcraft does not exist without Warhammer. Yet hardly nobody knows that. People know, but it's like it's never really thought of like that. But that is why that exists, because they couldn't get in with Warhammer, so they went.
It's like Fortnite. No one's talking about PUBG when Fortnite is PUBG.
You know. No one talks about. You see, you look at Ryu and Ken doing their Hadoukens, and that came from Dragon Ball Z. Even the geese and the stuff they wear. So, it's that's one of those things. But I just laugh at it. I laugh at it because people don't know it is what it is. But they are.
Even Goku. That's from Journey to the West. That's Monkey. That's who Goku's inspired by.
With his tail and all of that turned into an ape.
Black Myth Wukong.
There you go. So there's going to be a lot of that, and that, to be honest, could be a big plus for them to be called a Gears of War, because as Gears of War has not been doing well from the last one, this could be what fans of Gears of War probably were looking for, because it looks grim, it looks dark, it looks visceral.
It's just
the Tyranids look unique.
Yeah, like the lore itself is like set up to be a hit if they go along with all the characters they
absolutely.
It's crazy.
So the MMO was going to be so incredible if it was just given time to cook, man. It needed time to cook. Up. Yeah, it was.
Well, look, it's one of those
to catch World of Warcraft. Was too.
Put it this way, it's one of the franchises where they are set in a universe that really has a universe worth of lore. So you go to a planet, there's lore on that planet. It's not empty. You go to another planet, there's lore all over the place.
But Raph, is that Warhammer has two universes though. That's the thing. It's like
that's right. That's right. You got the fantasy and you got the 40k, and they're both as fleshed out as each other.
Exactly. It's both as fleshed out. Exactly.
So it's actually mad. I think they're the only ones able to pull that off properly. Because even Marvel, right? You look at Marvel. Marvel has like versions of like 2099. So I remember they'd have Spider-Man 2099, Punisher 2099. So basically set in 100 years in the future, and it's nowhere near as strong as sometimes people would think.
Yeah.
But this one, yeah. So like I said, we'll see. I'm hoping that it is what it can potentially be, because it's better for everyone as usual. Better for the game, better for the franchise, better for the company and the consumers. And looking that good, it'll be a damn shame you look that good and you end up just being a mediocre game.
Yeah.
So that's my touch on that. I think that brings us to the end.
Anyone getting it day one? Any of you getting it?
No. I'm not getting it.
No.
I'm not getting the day one. But I hope that changes.
Raph, I just wanted to touch on it's just before we go, just touching a bit of the Destiny.
No, we're not gone yet. We still got a few more, but touch on Destiny now. No, touch on Destiny now, because the other stuff is the late editions by thing.
No, I just wanted to touch on Destiny because I'm a big Destiny fan. I've been looking forward to to like to what they got in store. And what they got in store isn't a lot at the moment, because I was told that they would get the Destiny 3 was coming out, and apparently it was never ever in the process of coming out at all.
They lied to you.
They lied to you.
They lied to
They
you.
lied to
They
us.
lied.
Lied to
They
us.
lied.
And a lot of people have been laid off. A lot of people have been sacked. And their new cash cow is supposed to be this marathon game, which has been, there's no enthusiasm around it at all. And like, it just was like kicking the teeth, because you invest yourself into a game and you believe in the game. You think, no, this is a big franchise. It's a AAA company, But yeah. So yeah, just very disappointed in Bungie. Very disappointed. But yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to find a new main game to sink my teeth into. And I'm just a quick one as well. I've been playing a game called The First Descendant. Really good free-to-play game, very similar to a game that came out many years ago called Warframe, and it's like based on the same principles of Warframe, as you get like a descendant, which would be a character that is like a pre-made character, but you get modules and you boost the skills and you go through. It's like a grindy kind of like Warframe type like multiplayer game, but it's really really good fun. So yeah, that's the game I've been playing. Don't know if anybody else, have you played it, Sean?
No.
Yeah,
Because I think it came out just like a week or two.
Yeah, I know, because
before
Once Human came. The reason why I'm playing Once Human, because I played the beta. I got quite far in the beta, and it's like, when you're playing those games, you got to kind of be wanting to play it for a long time, So I might get back into Once Human, but yeah, First Descendant's a really fun game. I want to play a little nice fun game. You can jump in and jump out. It's not one of the games you got to you feel, I've got to get on it, because that's what I'm saying about the survival games. You've got to be, because I think you still got the decay system in it in that one.
No, you have got decay or anything like that, so no decay system there.
So they took it out. Yeah.
There's no decay system, so there's nothing like that. So anytime I log in, like obviously my deviants are just working around, mining all resources for me. So like it's like having
because they
Power World.
Yeah, Power World, because they didn't have that. Yeah, I saw that they had that, because they
all
didn't
these
have that in the
deviants are just
beta.
doing all this stuff, and I'm just like, this is crazy. I was just like, right. And it's really good because it takes the grind out of it. So you're not having to run around farming resources. Your pets are doing that for you. They're doing all the work for you. So you just come in and collect and do what you want to do, and it gives you that freedom to just go off and do what you want to do without that. Oh, I need to go and chop down some trees. I need to mine ore. So you don't need to do any of that. You just set up your base and you set up the pets to do it, and they do all that work for you. So it's like Power World. They obviously were inspired by Power World, and Power World set that new quality of life trend, where now I think a lot of survival games are going to copy what Power World did by taking the grind out of it and making other things automate those boring chores. So
there's a lot. No, but there's a lot of. I played lots of survival games. Even the game I played like Myth of Empires. You have that kind of like
but that's new as well. Remember that's where that came out. Because I know that went into thingy around, what was it, March, April this year, Myth of Empires? Because I saw when that was people playing it on Steam,
Yeah, because they've updated it a lot. So, you've got loads of NPCs who can do the jobs for you, but you obviously have to level them up and stuff. But like,
these life service games. But but back to what you were saying with Bungie and Destiny, that they're not even doing Destiny 3 and they're hedging all their bets with Marathon, and it's just like, from what I understood, the old Marathon was an extraction game. I don't know how true that is because I never played Marathon. And then I'm hearing that
extraction game,
and then I'm hearing that the new one is not even going to be like that. They're taking the name of the IP, but they're trying to do something different. And I'm just like,
hero
what?
shooter.
Is that what you're hearing? A hero shooter? This is what I'm saying. It's all over the place.
Like like an Overwatch sort of thing.
And then I heard that there was
different characters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I heard there was an NDA, closed playtest, and apparently no one was liking it. Just got negative feedback. And then obviously later, a few weeks after that, suddenly all the layoffs start coming out, and then things are just looking bad for Bungie. And I just think to myself that Destiny 3 would have been a nice fresh start for them. A lot of people who felt too late to jump into Destiny 2 would have been able to jump into 3 because it's a fresh start, and I think that would be massively more successful for them. Just the same way Division.
Hold on, stop.
Division.
Sorry. Can I ask you a question? Did Sony have any involvement with Bungie? Was there something that happened with them?
Sony bought them.
They bought them.
Okay, so Sony owns them. Okay, so is there
them.
a chance then, if Sony bought them, would it not be Sony who then directed them to not do Destiny 3?
Yeah, no, but Sony bought something. Sony thought they could capitalize on the market by buying Bungie because Bungie are a big company, but they didn't realize that Bungie was so fucked. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
yeah, everything that's happening with Bungie's gone on to
Remember, they just want their live service. Yeah, they just thought, these guys are like experts. Let's get them in. And obviously, these live service games are not looking good for Sony, man. They're trying.
Yeah. Concord
isn't looking good. They keep trying. It's just like, Last of Us multiplayer cancelled.
Well, the thing is, Sony's strength, and I mean their biggest, most strength is their single player experience is second to nobody.
But clearly,
and if they take their eye off the ball, well, listen, it's like the dog looking at the bigger pool in the river or the pond. Jump in and you come out with no ball. Because they gotta understand that's their strength, and they need to start probably investing.
That's their bread and
butter. Why that is? You know why it is, Ref? Because single player games give you a finite amount of money. Genshin Impact,
it's a period.
Genshin Impact is still making millions per month, and the game is how many years old? It's still making millions, grossing millions per month. Genshin Impact, a free game, mind you, free. Yep. The game is free, and it's the highest grossing game per month. So, and obviously Fortnite is still big. So it's like these games. They make so much money. That's why the companies are salivating looking at them. They're salivating.
That's why Overwatch is still making money as well,
Overwatch and the other one. What's the other one?
Valorant, that's big.
Valorant is making money.
League of Legends.
No, the one from Titanfall. I keep forgetting the name of it now.
Apex Legends.
That's it. Apex Legends.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
And that's why Sony's looking at it, because they haven't got any. They've not got a single license.
They haven't got any. Yeah, they haven't.
But Helldivers is doing well, but it's not enough.
Helldivers, I was reading about Helldivers is one of the biggest selling games this year.
Yeah,
but apparently its player base is falling off, and that's what's going on.
That's on Steam, isn't it?
Yeah.
But in terms of actual sales, like I was reading the charts, and it's one of the biggest selling games this year, and that's why Sony are chasing it.
Yeah, it was huge.
They want their live service, man.
Helldivers is huge.
Yeah, Helldivers.
And it was never meant. It wasn't even meant to be big like that.
No.
It wasn't meant to be big like that. That was ridiculous.
Because remember,
it made sort of like pop culture.
Helldivers is free, so you can imagine the amount of money they've been making on it. You still have to pay entry.
Yeah, they definitely making serious money on the Helldivers.
Yeah. And that's how they're trying to replicate it with Concord, but that's gonna flop.
I don't even understand. I don't understand where they're going with that Concord stuff. I don't know. Don't get it.
I don't know.
Basically,
I'm surprised they haven't shut it down. Like, how could they have shut down Last of Us multiplayer, but Concord?
No, but it's out soon though. No, if I'm right, Concord is like
quite
next week at least, right?
Yeah.
Next week. Ooh. Whoa. Okay.
Concord is out.
Didn't know that. Well, that's gonna be really
Last of Us was cancelled and this is coming. I'm like, nah, this is the game that should be cancelled.
Yeah.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's funny because like you see some of these games that make it out and you're thinking, this game's so bad, why did this come out? Redfall, Suicide Squad. You're like, why weren't these games cancelled? Like, why did they even get an opportunity to come out?
You can never understand these corporations, man.
No. Because I don't know what they're seeing.
And Sean, it's so funny. You just mentioned Suicide Squad. I forgot that game even existed. That game is so gone from my mind. That's come and gone. Imagine we're in a time now.
I remember that's Rocksteady. Rocksteady,
Hey, Terrence,
They had accolades like from software.
Did they announce that Rocksteady's getting closed down?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So it probably won't be then. If they announced, it probably won't be.
No, because they did some financial saying that they're looking to sell their game studios.
I did see stuff like that.
Warner, or license. They want to sell and then do what Disney do and just license it out.
Wait, so then what? License out Batman? Doesn't Batman belong to Warner Brothers?
Yeah, that's it. Warner Brothers.
The developer doesn't. Oh, okay. So
no,
basically,
not Rocksteady. Warner Brothers.
So Rocksteady will be left in the wind.
Warner Brothers
what
so much money.
Dumb thing they did, man. Dumb.
They're opening to selling their gaming studios and licensing out their IP.
And even if they had a success, like let's say they made a game that was a success, it still won't be enough to make up. They need multiple successes to make up for that failure that they just did.
Do you know what was huge for them? Why? Because obviously they don't understand gaming, isn't it?
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. My niece was playing.
Yeah, Hogwarts was huge seller, man.
Yeah. Hogwarts was huge.
So obviously,
I think Hogwarts was the biggest seller of the year it came out.
Yeah, it was.
Biggest seller.
I say it did more than Zelda. But like, but Warner are like, okay, yeah, so the gaming division makes this money every year. We've got Suicide Squad. And then Suicide Squad.
Look at that. Suicide Squad has less players playing it than they do playing the last Batman game that came out 10 years ago. How does that make sense? The last Batman game came out over 10 years ago and it's got more people playing it.
Yeah, it's got more people playing it.
And they still and this is the problem, and this is the problem with arrogance. And this is where corporations always get themselves done in. Sometimes they can't just come in and say, okay, listen, we got something wrong here, Maybe we misread something here, because how is this happening? But they don't want to do that. They want to come in with their fancy ideas and think that they can be the guys to change what works. Think, we're going to change it.
You know what it is? Because you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's because they think, because they are got the money, they're successful people, essentially. They think they know better than gamers. They're like, these attic dwelling people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They think they know better than the gamers. And that's where the disconnect happens. Is that they think they're better. Those corporations, those corporate guys think they're better than the gamers.
Because you know what they've done? And everyone's pissed because what they've done is, you see how Hogwarts sold great. Like, they're making a sequel, and apparently the sequel is meant to be like a live service game because they want to see continuous revenue. So it's like they don't understand why Hogwarts was so popular.
And it's gonna die. That's what they're gonna do.
Live service Hogwarts. Oh man. Gotham Knights, there we go.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably gonna be like everybody make their character.
But isn't Gotham Knights better than is it better than Suicide Squad, or is it just the same?
Gosh, I don't know, just awful, man.
I haven't played Suicide Squad to know, so
I haven't played either of those.
I played Suicide Squad, man. So.
Oh yeah, you played it, yeah.
Oh yeah. But you got it for free though, man. You didn't have to buy that. So people out there paid a lot of money for that. A lot of money for that.
Like, I didn't even finish Suicide Squad. It was that bad.
Looking at the games, I think Avengers looks better. I'm like,
Avengers
way better game.
And even that in itself is an alarm bell. If Avengers couldn't survive as a flipping live service game, what makes you think you could with the IP Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I know.
The Avengers are the epitome of superhero success, and you come into arrogance, man. Absolute arrogance.
I don't know where they were going with that. Like, instead of doing Justice League
to stand a chance. Justice League, you would have stood a chance. You got Superman up in there, Batman, Flash, Wonder Woman. You stood a big chance.
Yeah, you got characters people want to play as.
Also, because it's not even a spoiler, but like, you don't even kill the Justice League; they're clones.
Of course. Of course.
They're not even the real Justice League.
Yeah.
Brainiac has them in pods and made clones.
Okay. Yeah, of course. And apparently, what's her name? Harley Quinn kills Batman?
Yeah, shoots him.
Oh my god. This cringe behavior.
Shoots him on a park bench, if I remember hearing right.
And apparently she was flirting with a young a very young, shall I say, minor version of Poison Ivy.
Yeah, the baby version.
Calling her like a snack size or something like that.
Snack size.
Yeah, because when Poison Ivy came, I was like, wait, I've played Batman. Why is Poison Ivy here? And then I was like, oh, she's reborn as a kid.
Nonsense, man. Absolute nonsense. Madness. Absolute mad. That's what it is, madness. Look at something and go, yep. Absolute madness. So, I believe that brings us right to the probably last thing I believe to talk about, and probably the big factor. There's two things, but the Game Pass changes. Let's make that quick, right? Game Pass has changed, and I'm pretty sure. Was it Terrence who predicted that? Was it? It was you, wasn't it, Terrence? Once again, we have to give Terrence, corporate Terrence. He knew what was coming. He knew.
Corporation.
They announced it. Yeah, he knew. They came, and man, here we go again. The Game Pass, if I'm right now, I mean, does it affect America or is it worldwide?
To be honest, it's the price increase. I think is America, but in terms of the actual changes to Game Pass, that's worldwide because they've fundamentally changed Game Pass.
Right.
So what's the changes? Give us.
I didn't even know the change. What's happening?
Yeah. So basically, before you had Game Pass, and then you had Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah.
So originally, Game Pass gave you access to all the games, all day one games, everything.
Yeah.
On Xbox. Then you had Game Pass Ultimate, which gave you all the Xbox games and PC games. And then you had PC Game Pass, which was only just for PC, obviously.
That's right.
So what they've done now is they've taken away Game Pass, normal Game Pass, changed it to something called Game Pass Core or Standard or something. And that doesn't give you day one games. It just gives you a selection of games on Game Pass. So you know how like they go, Indiana Jones is coming day one on Game Pass. If you have normal Game Pass, you don't get that. If you want day one games, you have to have Game Pass Ultimate, which is the more expensive tier. However, because PC is the master race, if you have normal PC Game Pass, which is cheaper, you still get the day one,
isn't it? Yeah, PC stays winning, son. So I'm saying, Terrence, when you building your PC, when is that? I know one of these days we're going to be in a podcast and Terrence going to say, you know what? I finally did it. Built my PC.
Yeah, but what I find crazy is it's like,
I can see that.
I don't understand Xbox's model going forward, right? Because it's like they're trying to make the console non-existent. I feel like Game Pass is their console, if that makes sense. I feel
I think you said that before. You said that was going to happen. That they're platform based. So it's almost like cloud. It's like a cloud platform, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like, listen, you can access our software through the cloud. I think that's basically where they're going, and they're going to put everything into that so that you no longer physically.
I expect it to eventually be available for PlayStation as well.
Yeah, man. Listen, it just be available to just. It doesn't matter as long as you got an internet connection, you should be able to sign.
You want to access it on your TV,
your Switch, all of that. Remember, there was all that talk of the Switch as well. And I think that's them going forward in terms of having an actual unit. It's not bringing enough money. Them having a hardware. It's just not doing it.
Yeah, I heard and sales were down 40% or something.
Yeah, ridiculous. Like they don't sell. There's even regions they don't sell the unit. They don't sell. Yeah. Like who's the last person you know can tell you they bought an Xbox? Nobody buys Xbox.
That's crazy. Nobody think about it.
Nobody buys Xbox. And we're old enough. Xboxes. So imagine this: we're old enough to be able to, when you talk to youngins and they'll tell you, because there'll be little reels and memes. I think the big one is the one with Vince McMahon doing a cutthroat thing when he's asked about what was the 360 like, and it's like, listen, we were there for that. It's like when I tried to, I said, listen, I was there, and you have no clue. You could combine what you get now with every console. And that's what we were getting on the 360 in the mid 2000s, early 2000s, mid 2000s. The 360 was a phenomenon. And
I think that's the best console generation of all time.
Yeah,
still
it
think
was
it's the
because you know
best
why? Let
console
me tell you something.
generation of all time.
That generation there, everybody was firing on every cylinder they had.
Yeah.
That's why we
Everyone.
have. That's why we remember. That's why we have the Sony single player games, because Sony couldn't compete with online.
Yeah, they couldn't compete. So they were like, look, you know what? We're gonna go in and they came
Make
the strongest
Uncharted
with it.
and
Yeah, they made Uncharted. They had
Heavenly Sword, all of them things,
Heavenly Sword.
Leia, all of
Jeez, I
that
remember
stuff.
that God of Wars.
Yeah.
They went in hard, like really hard. The Metal Gear launch for PS3. They couldn't be touched. They couldn't be touched.
Because Xbox Live was sick. You know, it had the group chat. Remember,
Xbox
PSN didn't even have
was
group
just
chat.
yeah,
Like,
it was crazy. You know what? And this is again. So even there, you can feel that even talking about it, the nostalgia there puts a smile on your face because you're remembering those instances. I'm like, man, I remember being in those the waiting room for like a Call of Duty or whatever, and the parties and that. You can see you can mute the person, or you can hear them just chatting shit, or they hear your voice and they say stuff. But that stuff was just, it was fantastic, man. You put your little 360. Remember the 360 headset just had one.
It came with a headset.
It came with it, and you just plug it in.
Microsoft was thinking so ahead. They were so ahead with their thinking.
But imagine they had different type of people there, and this is what's happened. I think the most thing is the decision makers have changed so much. They're so different. They don't have no passion about what it is. It's just a job. It's just something to put in the CV. Like, oh yeah, exactly. I'm just a corporate guy. I don't give a damn. They didn't come up through the system, so a lot of the time it was always smart. Those guys always made sure that they had a handful of people who came up through the industry and could, perceive things, who have learned things, what to do, what not to do, what mistakes you make.
But the problem, I think the problem 360 and Microsoft had was the fact that like their biggest downfall was that they were so successful. Because remember, Microsoft were a software company, we know them, isn't it? So when they had the 360, Microsoft were almost going, do what you want, isn't it? Like, and then it was. They were left. No, but you know what? They got some of the best minds involved in gaming and said, right, here you go. Here's a blank check. What I mean is that Microsoft itself were like, Microsoft itself, the corporation was like, Xbox, we don't care about you because we're definitely so rich. Do what you want to do.
Exactly. It was just like, here's something to play with. Do what you want. You got a blank check. Just let us know what you want. And then it started to get, it got huge, man.
And then when Microsoft
took over.
When Microsoft saw the amount of money that Xbox made, when they made their next console, that's where they flopped, because what they then tried to do is they tried to
they went.
They were trying to lock you in, man. You can't trade your games. You have to sign in every 24 hours.
And listen,
it was like
we're gonna lock them in.
You want to control the living room, isn't it? Entertainment.
With the
sports.
What was that thing called? What was it called? The bar that you had to come. Remember they first said, right? Yeah, you can't play without Connect. You can't use the Xbox without Connect. And then they started selling the Connect separately. And I was like, you guys, man, it all went bad from there. They never recovered from that. They never recovered.
Happens with arrogance.
As I said, full on arrogance there. Full on. They never recovered. And they never will. They never will. I'm not sure. I mean, I'll say this though. There is a chance, and I mean, there's a high chance that them going for the cloud base with the way that they have it, it could work. It could work in a way that people wouldn't even realize. But if you can access the Xbox Live library from pretty much most devices that have access to the internet,
I'll tell you this. I think there's going to be mass burnout. I saw recent news: Disney, Hulu, all these things are putting up their subscription prices. All of them.
Yeah, they have to.
People are eventually going to be like, nah.
Terrence, you called this ages ago because they can't make no money.
It's all doing it, man.
All of them.
It's unsustainable.
Yeah. And the thing is, listen to this. I'm pretty sure isn't
Paramount
selling up? I think Paramount's selling up. One of them selling up.
Yeah,
because
people are going to tap out soon.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you put the price up, the thing is this, right? In all those areas, you'll always have one who can afford to put the price up because of just how ahead they are of everybody else.
And that's
Netflix. Netflix gets away with it because of they come with the serious hits and they only concentrate on their own. So you get original stuff, you get out of the box stuff. Them other guys are usually concentrating on legacy stuff. And at this point in time, I'm sorry, I'd rather just start rebuilding my library for second-hand DVDs or second-hand Blu-rays off eBay for £3 at a time, rather than subscribing to your thing with your crap UI. Like Disney's UI is absolutely diabolical. and they want to put the price up for
Yeah.
that. They're
It's because
dumb.
they got a lot of the family-friendly stuff in it.
Yeah, they do. They do. But
cartoons,
again,
Disney
remember,
movies.
it's a lot of legacy stuff, and that legacy stuff is
No,
accessible.
they're still
You
doing
don't
a lot of new. I think you do not see that D23. They got a whole lot of new Disney slated stuff coming. Oh,
No,
like
they,
what
they,
like
no,
Agatha.
they're doing the
no.
Mufasa film. I was like, what the hell, Mufasa?
Oh my
It's
gosh!
like,
Hey, listen.
Mufasa film.
Wait. Why? And
Less
this is
said
again.
about
This
that,
was
the
another
better.
thing. Why was Mufasa sounding like some any guy from Boston
Yeah,
or
I
something?
heard
I
some
said, hold on.
English dude as
Yeah,
well.
what is?
I was like,
When
what
did
is
he? When
this?
did
I
he
was like,
start sounding like that? I
what's
saw that and said, get out of
a
it, man. I said,
Londoner
get
in
out
there.
of
I
it.
was like, what's going
Yeah.
on
I
there?
said, get out of it. It's a joke.
Like you're set in the Middle Ages of Boston, not Africa.
Yeah, just yeah. I was just like, why is
What
Mufasa
happened
sounding like that?
what happened to the South African accents and
Gone.
that South
I'm surprised they
African
didn't get
twang?
Denzel Washington to play him.
Right. Exactly. You know, it just not it. So anyway, so with
But to
that
be honest
being
with you,
said,
the subscription model, I was just gonna say the subscription model, like I said, it's unsustainable.
it's
And like you said,
unsustainable.
there's only a few that can afford to do it. Like, and that's, to be honest, it's
And
only
and
Netflix.
it's
and
Netflix,
Disney,
and
really.
wait for it, and
Netflix and
listen,
Disney, yeah.
no. Well, I'm gonna agree with
I
Netflix,
think
and
Amazon still gets the Amazon
right.
Prime.
I was
Yeah,
about to
'cause
say to you,
delivery
Amazon
people love
are that dark horse who that for some reason they're always there, and it's because they can
Because they
afford
offer you
it,
delivery, man.
but
They
while
same
not
day
relying,
deliveries.
all that kind of stuff. So you get it anyway, and
Yeah,
it's
but I feel like
it's there.
the reason why like I didn't say Amazon, because Amazon to me it's like Apple, where like their TV service is just for fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a side thing to them, isn't it? Yeah. Remember, they own
don't matter
Twitch
to
as
them. Yeah, it's
well.
true.
They own
Don't
Twitch.
matter
It's
to them.
all
Don't matter.
side things there.
Because
You know, they
the amount
say
of
Twitch still
freebies
ain't
you
making
get as
them
well.
no money. They're just losing money on Twitch.
Yeah,
But they're
see,
not.
Apple, people are sleeping on Apple. Apple have some of the best shows
No, I've
and
heard.
films.
And you know what it is with Apple as well? They have high production value. I
Very
saw
high.
a
Like the
clip from
HBO
something
streaming.
and said, geez, I said, wow, they put money into
Yeah.
that. I don't know what it was.
The HBO streaming.
But I said, yeah, they put money into their stuff. But they don't make a lot. Because I think it's mainly high quality. It's more
Remember,
about
they don't
high
need
quality.
to. It's Apple.
No, they don't.
Like that
It's
TV
true.
thing is like a bonus.
Yeah, that
Apple
is
One
true.
subscription. There you go. It's like Amazon.
Listen,
Yeah,
I've got the iOS 18.1 beta, the Siri AI on my phone. Apple,
Oh, yeah.
These guys know how to fucking do quality, mate. when
You see.
the new phones launches and they launch the Siri AI, it's serious. Like they understand like quality, like just something that looks good. It looks better than ChatGPT, even though it uses ChatGPT behind the scenes. People are gonna be like, yeah, Siri AI, yeah. When everyone has that on their phone, because it's quality,
just
man.
moving off topic, I was hearing that like jobs and recruiters are hating at the moment because everyone's just submitting job applications with ChatGPT.
Of course.
Yeah, of course they are, man.
You get it to write
That was
your
coming.
cover.
Yeah, that was coming. But yes, so although there was one more, I don't know if you guys want to. If not, we can chat about it in the next episode.
I could briefly touch on
what was it?
But there was the breathing fire of House of Dragons.
Oh damn! I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was thrown in there. Now
we'll watch House of Dragons, haven't we?
I've seen it. Yep, I've seen
Yeah,
it. I'm actually on a second run through. To be honest, I think I'm back
second
on
run through.
Yeah. I had to rewatch it because the reason being because I was like, hold on, because it's like that with Game of Thrones. You will watch it, and obviously you have all the shock stuff and then this and that, and then you'll have the one where you're watching it and it's like, okay, watching it knowing what's happening gives you kind of different perspective as to certain behaviors.
Oh, definitely, yeah, I get what
so that's what was going on this time. So I made it. I made it back to episode 4. So House of Dragons, season 2, just finished not long ago. I think for me, I think overall I'll give the season a 7. There was some stuff I liked. There was some stuff that was changed that I actually felt was good changes. That's one thing why I give it a 7 as well. But then there was some stuff that I just can't make excuses for. And even now I'm like, wow, like it's happened. It's 8 episodes. You end it like that, and then as I was saying to you in the group, Terrence, Now, listen, I can stomach if something ends like that, and I know, all right, cool. This time next year, we will see what's going on. But to know that it's 24 months, 24 months.
It's 26, isn't it?
Well,
Huh?
okay. So 2 years.
2
What,
years.
What did you say?
years, whatever.
2026.
Yeah,
2
that's
years.
what's coming
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Ooh,
So
wow.
2 years. So 2 years, and you end it like that. Nah. Yeah,
Mad.
that's nah.
Yeah,
You can't. I
yeah.
can't have that. I can't have that. I don't care how many good episodes you had. You
I
didn't have
didn't.
to end it like that.
Yeah.
And remember, you're less episodes than you were the first season, which was 2 years ago in 2022. So that's they had a thing. Yeah, they had a thing about the numbers were coming up for the viewership, and I don't know. It's like they don't understand. You're gonna lose viewers when you spread it out like this. People don't have the best concentration anymore. They don't hold on like they used to anymore. And if they come out of sync with something, they don't so easily just switch it back on. So yeah, there's going to be less people watching this time round, and it'll be even less next time round. This is why I always like what Peter Jackson did with Lord of the Rings back in the day, where all 3 films were made pretty much concurrently before they even sold a ticket, and it's because they had a vision for something. And sometimes you're better off just spending that 5-year period, probably making the biggest chunks of the seasons, and then distribute them annually, or maybe annually and a half or something. But this 2-year stuff, no one's got time for that now. That's ridiculous, man.
And what,
So
ridiculous.
But you've also got to remember, wasn't it also 2 years between season 1 and 2 as well?
yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. So imagine we saw season 1 in 2022.
That's
We just seen
crazy.
season 2 in 2024. And now you got the cheek to say 2026. Like you would have had a kid, and by the time it'd be a teenager by the time this thing's finished. Ridiculous. So I'm just like, nah. I shouldn't. I'll be honest. I shouldn't have watched season 2. That's how I feel. I shouldn't have watched it.
Yeah,
Should have waited.
I felt the same way.
Should have waited. But back to the meat and bones of the show. So, let's see. So I will say the pros for me was definitely a Rook's Rest, which I think was episode 4. So well done. You got to see the biggest dragon action I think I've seen anywhere in anything. That was high fantasy, high action, very realizing of how destructively nuclear these dragons are. However, they did some changes, and one of the changes was with the King Aegon and his dragon Sunfire, if I remember correctly. What happened there did not happen in the book, so that was very interesting to see them do that. Where Vhagar obviously is directed by Aegon, I think.
No, it's
Amen.
it's the brother.
Aemon. It's Aemon, yeah.
Aemon.
One eye.
Yeah,
So
Aemon.
that don't happen in the book. So that was interesting. They've done that. So they've done a whole different dynamic there with the brother trying to kill the other brother, because that don't happen. So I do like that. That this is one thing as well about the little subtle changes.
I thought something did happen to him though. How did that happen?
What do you mean? What
The brother, he doesn't get injured though in the books.
Yeah, no.
He does get
in the books, yeah, the
doesn't
same thing happens in the books, but it has nothing to do with his brother. His brother doesn't do that.
Yeah, I think his
So-
Damon does it. In the
So
books.
it's not. Yeah, it's not his brother. Yeah, he goes to fight. He goes to fight Damon.
Oh,
I think
Damon does
Damon.
it.
Yeah,
Oh.
Damon does it. So no.
That would have been good.
No. No. Damon fights the One Eye brother. They do have a fight.
Yeah, Damon
like that.
fights Vhagar.
However,
and then, yeah, but I think
before that,
the king still
Sunfire
gets
fights
injured.
Maelys. Sunfire fights Maelys. So that first fight there, that's what happens, and he gets injured in that. Vhagar has nothing to do with that part. So that was a good. That was good for people who knew to see that. Was like, what? This same, and then you see it's like, oh shit, okay. What's another change? The beheading of the prince in Blood and Cheese. Those two, the rat killer, the rat catcher, and the other guy. So that was a change as well, because in the book, it's 2 princes. It's not a princess and a prince. It's 2 princes, and I forgot what the guy's called. I think it's Blood. Like he tells the queen, he goes, listen, choose the one that you like the most or don't like. and she ends up she chooses the one that she doesn't like, or that and they end up killing the opposite one.
Yeah,
So the son,
she chooses,
so she basically, so the one she chose, so the one she chose to get killed,
is the one she
actually
liked the
don't
most.
get killed, and it goes
that's the
reverse.
one. Yeah,
And so in the book, it kind of highlights that the boy sees that, and he looks at her kind of like, what? Like, hold on, you wanted me killed, they're gonna kill the other one, and it's obviously a bit more graphic and whatnot. Was there anything else? There was little things that again, like I said, I was raising my eyebrow thinking, all right, you know what? But what I didn't like, no. What they did with Rhaenys going to King's Landing to meet up with Alison, that was some.
Yeah, that
I was like, what the hell was that? Like, she just come, just like, wait, that made no damn sense. I was like, wasting time, talking rubbish.
That's stupid.
That didn't make no damn sense to me. Also, I've heard a lot of people really like this aspect of the show, and I didn't. Where Damon was having all these visions in
the visions,
that was spread out for too long.
Like
spread out way too long.
That kind of got confusing, especially
it did as well, because you couldn't tell the girl reality or not.
Yeah, like you talk to the girl, but then that's in his imagination as well. Like it's just, it's not. Yeah, it's a bit crazy.
But Terrence, how did you feel with the show?
Yeah, like similar to you, like I said, like I like, obviously I've never read the books, isn't it? So I'm just experiencing it on screen, isn't it? So as always, I feel like the show is well written, like
it is
through the roof.
It is.
But when I saw that it was 8 episodes, I was a bit like, oh, what's going on here? And I think I said it to you guys as soon as I saw episode 4.
You did actually.
They peaked, haven't they? Like, it's not going to get better than this, isn't it? Like,
nope.
You could just tell, isn't it?
No, it didn't.
I think the first half, literally 8 episodes. The first 4, excellent.
Yeah.
The last 4 just lets it down, and then this whole it just went a bit. I don't know if this is in the books. It just went a bit too Hollywood with, let's find somebody to ride our dragons. Everybody come to the crib.
Okay, listen. So wait. So there's more to that. Now in the book, Damon, he has I don't know if it's a secret child or a secret dragon rider that he was like he's having relations with, and she rebels, right? But not because basically, I guess you can kind of tell things are gonna go bad. Like getting these wild people to ride these dragons, things are gonna go bad. But there's one, which is the girl.
Oh yeah, one of the ones that they chose, that drunk.
Yeah, that listen him.
Hey, let me tell you
something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he in the
Yeah. Listen. I forgot his name. Is his name Wolfer or something? Listen, man. Bad news. Him is bad news, but you can tell. It's almost like they've overemphasized that this is a bad decision she's making.
But in the you can see he's an arsehole.
You can see.
I would have just taken him to a corner and taken him out. I was like, take him out back and slit his throat. That's what I would have done.
Absolutely. But in the book, Damon had his own set of wild riders that he was kind of training, and it was one that was particularly a girl, and it will get to the point where Rhaenys will want her head because of not taking a certain order, but she ends up being a pretty damn good dragon rider, one of the best. But more importantly than that, guys, the first episode. Sorry, go on.
Let's say, but this whole Dragon Rider thing.
Yeah, so listen, the Dragon Rider thing. So no, the one with Sea Smoke and what's his name, Valerian's son. Nope, that's not in the book. That don't happen in the book. But they were kind of, you can see they kind of ushered that in. So you got the black guy. Yeah. They got the black guy who's gonna be riding one. They got this old white dude. Then they got the girl who's got the wild sheep stealer. So you got that guy, and it didn't go down like that in the book at all. It was a lot more constructed, if you will.
There was emphasis.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It seems very Hollywood. Everybody comes.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's riding dragons now.
Ride the big dragon, and the dragon burns.
It's not like that.
Remember, he killed the white guy and went and chose the black guy. Remember, there was emphasis on what they're doing.
Yeah. You saw that. But I'll say this. One of the most important things, which I liked, when the show opened, you saw Jacaerys, Rhaenys' son, went to the what do you call it? Went to the White Wall, where the
So,
the Night's Watch went to the Night's Watch
Yeah.
and he saw you saw who he was talking to, right?
Yeah.
That is oh man, the that's the Stark. That's the legendary Stark.
Yeah, I forgot.
Now, if this show goes the way it's supposed to go, that guy there at the end of this show, because they take long to get to King's Landing because of what's going on at the wall. But when they get there, you're talking about heads, spikes, all of that. It's no games at all. So I'm really looking forward to them executing that.
Oh,
that's a big.
They joined the war.
Yeah, no, yeah. Hey, listen, he went there because imagine he's gone there, like the son for Rhaenys. He's gone there and he's like talking to them about, look, we need help. And you did take our oath, and he's like, yeah, we take our oath seriously, but you don't know the problems we got here. And then he explains, listen, when your forefathers came in with their dragons were too scared to fly over there. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
then there's like a pause of like, wait, yeah, why would the dragons not fly there? And he's like, there's bigger problems over there. But another raven comes while all this is going on, and that's when he's like, no, we gotta go King's Landing. But we're talking, they go there by foot, and they take ages to get there. But by the time they get there, everybody pays for everything. Like they literally, the name Stark drives from that. Like they go there and just say, yeah, you're dead, you're done. What did you do? Okay, yeah, you're done too. And they just go for everybody. Everybody.
So who are they with?
They with Rhaenys. Yeah, they Rhaenys. They took the oath for the for Viserys. So they swore her in. Yeah, so they're with what's the name?
Daemon and them, man.
Yeah. Oh, they with them. Yeah, so the Starks are with them. So it's good. The way that sums up is good. But then
that'll be season 4 in 2028.
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's like, because the thing is, for me, you're not going to see that in the next season, because the next season, you see what you saw in 4. You're going to see that probably times 5 with
That's what I'm saying. It's
Daemon, Daemon and Aemon. So the nephew and the uncle. That there should be a legendary fight, because even the way it's described in the book was phenomenal. And that should steal the show the third season, but then there's a mad aftermath of that. So it goes in a way where certain people win, but then they don't win for long. So it's like, oh yeah, we won, but then
it's Game of Thrones.
So it's like, well, we got there, but now it's like,
nobody ever wins in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. We got a problem we didn't see. So imagine there's going to be a problem for everyone that they didn't even see, and I'm not talking White Walkers or nothing like that. Just something that they overlooked. And it's like, oh my gosh, what the hell? How are we going to deal with this? And then all of that goes in. Now, I want you to pay attention to the fact that you see all these people who are riding dragons. They've all got Valyrian blood to some degree, or Targaryen blood to some degree, whether it's a drop or whatever. So bastards. Take in mind, there's something called after the Dance of Dragons, there's a great civil war between bastards. So there's going to be a king who legitimizes all his bastards out of spite. So imagine when he's dead, he's like, listen, all my bastards can be king. And when they hear that, they're like, what? I can be a king? And then there's just the maddest war between bastards. And it's a mad one. It's really mad. The stories in this fucking world is crazy.
Battle of the Bastards, yeah? The Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah, so listen, not battle, war. The war of bastards. So we have the Blackfires and these other ones. And it's just mad. But yeah, it's a shame though. The story's good. It's just, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I wish I'd waited. But I didn't know. When I heard 2020, when I heard 2 years, I was like, wow.
Being handled like Attack on Titan. It's just a mess.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
Years between seasons.
And you know,
it's not
listen,
good.
Sean, you saw how I did Attack on Titan. I still haven't finished it now because of that crap. Still haven't finished it now because of that.
Same here. I
can't do it. Yeah, I can't do that.
Man.
In 2 years in between seasons. And this is why, and now, but mind you though, you know they've got, so what they're doing now to soften the blow is they're going to have shows running in between. So next year you're getting Duncan Egg. Now a lot of fans,
who's that guy?
Like, so Duncan Egg is like he's Sir Duncan the Tool. So he's one of the he's a knight. He basically kind of like for hire. So he travels with his squire called Egbert or something like that, and they have all they come across lots of things you would have heard about through the story. So, not like, you know what, thinking about it, I wouldn't be surprised they try to pull off like a Mandalorian kind of situation there, where he's going from place to place and being involved. So you could have Duncan Egg, and he might actually been another perspective of what we just saw at Rook's Nest, or a situation like that. So he could be at somewhere where there's something going on and we've seen it before, but from another angle. So it's sort of like the adventures of that, but they have some good stories. That's happening next year, so that's meant to have been finished. So what's going to happen is every year we don't get one of the main ones, we'll get one of the other ones. And I'm pretty sure they're doing 2 more shows. And they're still going to do the Aegon's Conquest. So Aegon's Conquest will be the biggest one in terms of spectacle, because that's when they first come to Westeros with the dragons. And remember this, Vhagar is the smallest dragon that came. So that big one that we see, she was the smallest.
I was shocked when, episode 4 happened. I didn't realize how big Vhagar was until Thingy's dragon was up against him.
Meleys, when you saw Meleys, yeah,
Vhagar. Who had Vhagar?
Vhagar's a girl, though,
That's Aemon. It's a girl.
She's a girl. It's a girl.
Who had
She's
Vhagar
way bigger.
Who had her first? Did you say?
Yeah.
Vhagar belonged to Baelor.
King.
No. It was, remember Daemon's babes that he had. It was the Valyrian daughter.
Yeah.
She had her because before her, I think it wasn't her mum. It was her auntie. Her auntie died, so then she got her. And then she went and let Vhagar burn her to death.
Oh yeah.
Remember that in the first. So that was her dragon, and Vhagar was hesitant. He's like, man, I don't want to burn you. And she's like, no, I went out of here, and then she got burned. But before her, I think it was the original Conqueror's sister, I believe, had Vhagar. But there was 3 dragons. So when they first came, there was 3, and Vhagar was the smallest one. Valeria the Dread was ridiculous. That's the one whose skull you still see in Game of Thrones. That's the one you still see the head's the size of a flipping room. But that was the biggest dragon. Yeah, that one that stands there, and everyone's just like, my gosh, Valeria the Dread. And then there was a 3rd dragon, which was the original Conqueror's sister. That one got killed, if I'm right, in Dawn. I think Dawn killed a dragon. So Oberyn and them people, I think they had weapons to kill a dragon. They said, we can't conquer them, so we'll have to try and run a parlay. And then they had clutches of eggs, so they started to breed more and more. And Vhagar's like 100 or something. So yeah, Vhagar's from them times. So he's the oldest, but the slowest.
And then the one that bastard took, the one that was burning everyone. That's the
Verfamir. Yeah. Verfamir is the second biggest. I don't think it's seen as much wars, but there's something about Verfamir, why it was even down there. I can't remember what it was. Because there's one called the Cannibal. There's a dragon that eats dragons. And I don't know if they've shown that one yet.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think they have. So there's Cannibal, Verfamir, and Syraxes. These are all, even though Vhagar's big, these other ones are also very, very threatening because they've been in more fights, they're younger, and they're just swifter. Like, you see Vhagar. Vhagar's just huge. Very big, and if he gets you, you're done.
But if he catches you, you get ripped
You're done.
up.
Yeah, you're done. But Vhagar's vulnerable herself. Like, listen, Meleys could have done Vhagar. If she'd gone off and then come back another time,
yeah, that's what I was saying.
It would have been a different story.
There was a moment when it was like, okay, it's time for you to leave now. You've done what you can.
But
then
she went back.
Stayed,
and why are you going back? But then, no, you know what though? I saw that as she was tired. She was like, I'm done with this, man. This is long.
Yeah.
And her dragon was mortally wounded anyway. And she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back. What's the point in me going? And she kind of went back and was trying something, and she got savaged.
Really done.
But yeah, there's it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. But yeah, the dragons, man, I don't know. The spectacle of the dragons is phenomenal. Phenomenal. The production value is phenomenal for that stuff. And that they get high salutes for it. Because you're just looking and think, man, these beasts are really they're just spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. So yeah, it's all in all, it was good, but it definitely takes some points away for how long you got to wait. And that ending was again just
it's basically teasing people. It's like a whole seasonal teaser.
Literally.
Like, you just gave us a season that is basically a trailer.
And although Game of Thrones is known for a lot of the intrigue, a lot of the political back and forth, a lot of the talk, there was points in the show where it felt like, you're just doing this for the sake of doing it now. Like, why did that Lannister, I keep forgetting his name, go over to meet this pirate woman dancing around. I was like,
Yep.
hold on, get out of here now. This was
Yeah, I
way
was
longer
like,
than
this
it
is
needed
the
to be. Like,
Lannister.
this
You know? I
didn't
was
go
like,
down. Yeah,
bloody
this didn't go down like that. Thailand Lannister, that's the one. I was like, no way was this like this. And I was just like, nope, this I'm not falling for this. Didn't like that part at all. There was other areas they could have concentrated on a lot more than that.
Messing around.
Yeah. And is
Yeah,
there
that's
any
what I'm saying.
cap?
And it was all that Damon in Harrenhal, all those illusions. It's just all a whole lot of.
Yeah, it was
There's
too
a lot
much.
of time
You
wasting.
went
That's
on
what they
too.
do.
Yeah,
Time
exactly.
wasting. A whole lot of time
Too
wasting.
much.
He have a
And
vision
listen,
of thingy.
and he had a vision of what
happens with Daenerys and all that.
he did.
With the three
So
dragons.
and remember he weren't told. He didn't. He weren't even told about that. So he saw it, and now he's like, hold on. You know what we're doing is a madness. There's a much bigger problem going on. So they've opened up that door now. In the book, that didn't happen at all. They didn't even go down.
So when he
that road.
when he says a much bigger problem, he's just talking about the White Walkers.
The White Walkers and everything. Yeah, he's like, man, this is all nonsense.
Because he kind of understands that when he's talking to the
sees
Queen,
the White Walkers in his vision.
Yeah, he understands.
Yeah.
He goes, listen, I'm with you, man. Because there's bigger things.
Yeah, it's like,
I can't be the king, man. There's some
but you know what though? But for us, imagine, for us knowing what it's meant to be and knowing how it ended up, like it's like, man, even they really screwed up because
they already ruined it. Yeah, because we already know the future, and it was ruined.
And it weren't nowhere near what it was meant to be. However, though, with all of this House of Dragon going on, George R. R. Martin, if there's some cryptic stuff going on, like the Winds of Winter is apparently closer to release than ever in the which is a big deal because
I hope they do the end of Game of Thrones like they did Dragon Ball GT, just made it non-canon and just went on.
Well, remember the books. The books. Remember this. So understand this with the show, Game of Thrones show, from when Stannis was killed, nothing in there's from the books. Everything there was there. They went up and did their own thing. So in the books right now, in the last pages of the book, Stannis still alive. You got Lady Stoneheart running around doing all kind of crazy stuff. There's characters that are still alive. So with the Winds of Winter, a lot of the excerpt pages that have been flying around, some I've tried to avoid, but from the way people are talking or the community's talking, it's sounding so definitive. Like it should just be an absolute rush when it does come. But this is like 10 years. 10 years ago that book was meant to be coming out. And George R. Martin running around doing Elden Ring, doing shows.
living his best life.
He's got his same hat on and his same shirt, having a good time. He's been having a good damn time. But we will see. We will see. Yeah, exactly. Spinning around, having a good time. We shall see. I mean, one thing for sure, I like
the book is still not out.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane. Literally insane. And every so often they'll drop a page or like a teaser pages or something. It's like, man, what are you doing?
I hope they just like non-canon the show and just continue.
Nah, they can't now. I mean, yeah, that show is there and it's set. What they can do.
Never say never.
Remember they cancelled the Snow TV show. I couldn't believe that. I was like, rah. They actually cancelled it.
That'd be true.
Jon Snow show.
Well, because they're pressing.
That would have been.
But you know why?
Man.
Because not only would it have been awful, you can't. They couldn't take those resources from that when they're gonna have Aegon's Conquest. Because Aegon's Conquest is the beginning of when the dragons came. So when that happens, you'll see all the kingdoms fighting each other, and the first time they ever see dragons, and you'll see him. So you see the way Harrenhal looked when Daemon got there. It's all destroyed and burnt up. Valeria the Dread did that.
Wait, are you telling me they're going back further?
Yeah,
they're going back
right back to when they first came.
Jesus.
So the actual, so what you'll see is the first war when they came. I remember not everybody was bending the knee. So there were people who were trying to fight the dragons. People who never seen dragons before. People were like, whatever. And Harrenhal was one of those places. And you'll see, it's when you read it, it's fantastic stuff. But when that is, who knows?
Oh, so where did they? Okay, so the Targaryens come from somewhere else.
Yeah, that they come from Valyria. So, and the thing is as well, in the books as well, there's the world of Valyria is a lot of mystery. So when the Targaryens came, everyone knew, they look different. They're meant to be like elves, right? But obviously they don't have the pointy ears. But they came with dragons, and it was like, what the fuck? These people came with dragons. They just took us over, But then there was all these rumors of who are they running from? What happened to their world? And this thing about the Great Dread. And the Valerians were the significance of what the Targaryens are to the sky. The Valerians are that to the sea. So when they talk about, what they've done in Voyage, they're meant to be krakens and sea monsters and stuff, but you never see them. But one thing that is mentioned a lot is these creatures that were meant to eat dragons. And they were left in the land that they came from. But imagine, remember you had what's his name? The bald guy from from Game of Thrones. What's his name? Varys.
Yeah, the one that had no penis.
So remember, so he was talking about when his penis got chopped off and burned, and they were talking about the magic and all that kind of stuff. And there's stuff that they know, there's stuff that they've heard, and it's mad. It's just so crazy. But yeah, when you read like the little different kind of books or excerpts from books that they have, it's like, geez. So they escaped wherever they were from, but nobody knows what was there. And how they came here, and it seems like they're big time, but then no one's totally sure what was going on, why they had to run from where they were.
Which is
Aegon,
Valeria.
Yeah, Valeria. So yeah, man. And then they bought them dragons. But yeah, it's mad. And the whole thing was supposed to be they came there, they fought Yerbom, and then while that was going on, you got the White Walkers coming. And the Night King and everything else, but we saw how that ended up. But the Night King in the books would be a totally different story going forward, I think. But yeah, the potential there is very high for this Game of Thrones thing. But we're gonna see, really gonna see. But yeah, other than that, yeah, guys, that was it. I think, unless anyone wants to add or take away from our Game of Thrones talk just there. No?
Let's do it.
All right. So with that being said, guys, we're now at the end of a lengthy show, but a good one at that. Covered quite a lot. What we didn't cover, which I think was Supercell, we will definitely jump and dive into that, as it's worthy of a good conversation too. And we'll go for the closing words, if any, as swiftly as possible. So we'll start with Terrence. Terrence, want to add anything as we come to an end?
As I say, man, enjoy the rest of summer, man. We're not going to have
Oh, indeed.
much longer.
Keep
it short and sweet.
And Sean.
Yeah, same. Look forward to next week. Black Myth, Wukong, and Vin. So definitely I'll be talking about that when the next show comes. But yeah,
No doubt.
enjoy the last bit of summer as we start to go back into autumn and winter.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, again, and I just remember this year beginning, and now we're getting near the end of it. It's crazy.
Time flies, man. A lot. Carl, how about you, man?
Yeah, man, just echoing what you lot are saying. Just enjoy the rest of the weather that we've got left. For the night's drawing, as they say.
Yeah.
And just
okay. Good stuff. And for myself, we'll close up now. And as these guys are saying, enjoy the summer. I personally don't think the summer's coming anywhere close to an end. I think it may even still start to stay somewhat warm as we proceed to the back end of the year. And yeah, I would say anyone who's listening, if you haven't watched what we were mentioning, go catch it. I think we're going to get some good shows throughout the rest of the year. We've got the Squid Games 2 coming. Got some other stuff coming. So it should be interesting. Shame I can't say the same about games, though. Shame I can't say that. But anyway, can't have it all.
No, excited for Star Wars now.
Nah. Hey, that's a conversation for another time, Star Wars. But yeah, guys, on that note, till next time. And it won't be long.
Peace.
Cheers.